Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, May 26th, 2026. Welcome to the Giant Bombcast, episode 942. I'm your host, Jan Ochoa. Joining me, as always, co-captain of the ship, Jeff Grubb.
I'm here. Thank you, Jan.
He is our own Dan DeLorean. He's carrying his little Grogu all through his noggin because that's where all the mucus and all the liquids are spilling about. Dan Reichert.
Grogu is Baby Yoda. That's the Christian name for Baby Yoda.
Yes,
Yep.
that is correct. Thank you for...
Did I get it right?
Yes, and with your Grogu, Dan.
I'm Grogu?
You're Catholic, Grogu, yeah.
You're Catholic,
Oh, okay.
Catholic Grogu. Our expert on all things Catholicism, Jeff Bakalar.
Yeah, see, it's funny because last week I'm like, there's no way to know who you're introducing. It's very obvious. That's right. I'm your Catholic leader and savior. Hail
You're
Satan.
the Pope?
I am the Pope. I'm the Pope's boss.
All right. Here,
God.
I'm going to redo your intro right now.
Is that how that works?
We
so,
have
yeah.
the Pope's boss, the internet Pope, higher Pope, Jeff Bakalar.
I'm the Pope New Game Plus. It's awesome. Listen, is that so? I guess like the Pope is like literally the voice of God. Is that what
He's God's representative on Earth.
He's
That's
like
how
a
they say it.
herald, right? He's the
He's like
Silver
God's-
Surfer.
Like God's
He's like the telegram
secretary.
guy for God.
I don't know if they're saying that like God is speaking through his mouth, but like he does speak for him. Is that a distinction that matters? Probably not.
So the Pope is like a ventriloquist dummy for God?
I don't think it's like an Independence Day when,
Right.
remember Data gets pushed
Data.
up against the glass?
Yeah.
It's not like
That's
that.
the
I don't
perfect
think.
metaphor, Dan. This is why you're a good
Thank you.
podcaster,
Thank
bud.
you. Thank
This
you.
is it.
Speaking about good
It'd be cooler if it
podcasters.
was that way.
It'd be much cooler.
Speaking about good podcasters and cooler that way. We're always the coolest when he's around because he's the bird boy of games media, marathon man himself, Mike Minotti.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
You're wearing a polo
What's up,
today.
Mike?
You look very spiffy.
It's my Wed Enterprises polo. It's from
Are
the
you here to fix my cable? What's going on?
No, these are the people who make the rides at Disney. Yeah,
I was gonna
I
say
got
you
that
look
friend.
like you're gonna stop me at a Costco and tell me about how good AT&T is.
No,
Yeah, you look like a level 1 engineer. Like you look like things get escalated up to you to fix someone's cable. Yeah.
no, I make a Space Mountain.
You have one of those clipboards with like
Mama used to in the old country. I make it the Space Mountain.
every Sunday.
Space Mountain.
I just make them. I don't ride them.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Mike, you also look like one of those people with the clipboards that have like the pocket inside that you fold open and you store more papers in.
Sure.
I'm so relieved you said clipboard because the first time you said
He said clipboard. Yeah, you noticed that too. I was like, oh, we got a new Jan.
I realized I
Jan
didn't.
was here.
I didn't have to like code switch. I can talk how I actually talk.
Oh, okay.
which-
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be your honest self here.
Yes. How's everybody doing? I saw that some of you watched the Grogu baby yogurt
I watched
movie.
the Grogu movie. Yeah.
I watched the Grogu movie.
I heard there's beef here. I heard there's beef. Mike likes it a lot and Grubb hates it.
There were some concerning things that were relayed to me about what my friend Mike Minotti's out there saying, for sure.
Yeah.
Someone narked on Mike?
I don't
yeah,
know. I wouldn't say
immediately.
that.
Okay,
A concerned mutual friend is how I would put it.
My
okay.
question for both of you, because I feel like from what I've seen on the internet, you may be on opposite sides of feeling about this movie. How do we all feel about the Babu Fricks?
Babu Frick is
what's
just
that?
he's my dude.
Oh, Dan, you would love
the little
Babu
Muppet
Frick.
from Rise of Skywalker.
The
little
only
Muppet
good part of that
the only
movie,
good part of
yeah.
Rise of
Oh,
Skywalker.
that dude's cool. Is he in this?
Yes, he said there's a bunch of them in here, and yeah, it's
Oh.
good. And they don't like it when you call them all Babu Fricks, but it doesn't matter. They're little. You can kick them.
Oh, I like these guys. Yeah, these are good.
God, they should put us in a Star Wars movie just as Babu Fricks.
Yeah. Oh my God, we'd be such good Babu Fricks.
This
Babu-
is our McElroy Trolls thing?
Yes, 5
Yeah.
Babu Fricks
Okay.
hosting a Star Wars podcast.
I could
Oh,
do that.
God.
If I practice, I could do that voice. I mean, they're just they're just sounding like that one mouse from Cinderella. I can do that.
We'll just wing it right now. Let's do a first draft.
Okay.
Uh,
hey everybody, it's Tuesday. Welcome to the
Oh,
podcast.
I gotta go back with you. Oh.
You both sound
What?
more Mexican than he does.
Yeah,
I'm just
whoa,
gonna say.
Whoa. I can
both sound
kind
more
of do
like
that.
Looney Tunes Mexican than he does.
Oh boy.
What are these guys?
They're my
little
friend.
freaks.
Wait, is Amy Sedaris in the movie?
She's not
She's
in the
great.
movie. She's in several of the episodes. Was she in the movie? Maybe she's in the movie. I don't know. I stopped paying attention.
Who is
like-
that?
They're like the mechanics that work for Amy Sedaris, right?
This is why we don't have to take Mike's opinion seriously.
I know.
Don't worry
We
about it.
don't. We've decided that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Is she famous?
She's great.
Yeah, she's got a bunch of TV shows.
Yeah.
Strangers of Candy is
Strangers
a
of
good show.
Candy. Yeah.
You've seen her.
Sister
face.
of David. Do you know David Sedaris?
Candy.
David Sedaris is very funny.
That's a real show.
Read a book, Mike.
Oh my God, you have to take the blinders off, Mikey, at some point.
Strangers of Candy?
Strangers with Candy. Steve Colbert was on it. Late 90s, Comedy Central.
Steven Colbert was on. Okay.
I thought you were gonna
Repeating
ask.
everything everyone's saying.
That makes you sound so crazy.
Steven Colbert.
Strangers of Candy is a good
It's
podcast.
possibly the best show of all time.
All right. I don't know about that,
I've
but
never
Okay.
even heard of this.
All right.
It's fun.
Yay, nay on the movie.
Yay!
Look, it's there's a bunch of explosions. Nothing happens. Like nothing happens in the movie. So
it sounds like the
Nothing-
most low stakes thing imaginable. Who cares?
it is a very unimportant movie.
But it's not just that. Like people are like, oh, that doesn't move the lore forward. No, nothing happens to these characters either. Like the characters don't change, they don't grow. Nothing happens in the movie.
There's not much. Yeah, there's not really character arcs per se. I mean,
Not
it's
at
very it's very kind of Western again,
Yes.
like that, right? It is sort of guy doing things, coming into town.
But it's
He
like
doesn't
one of
really come
those.
into town that much.
It's one of those with a bunch of Star Wars stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, that's fine.
And-
Like I did not like it. I didn't like it, but it's the stuff that was in there to like was pretty well done. I can't believe how much I like Rada the Hutt, Jeremy.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Rada's great.
Rada's
Man.
great.
Rada's
Show,
great.
Like, scene stealer. Yes, he's great.
Yeah, he's
actually.
a good character. I was
All
like,
right.
oh, this guy. I had a very different opinion of him than I thought I would going into that movie. So yeah, I mean,
They didn't even give him an arc. Like it would have been just do something, guys. But yeah, if they would have just given like one character an arc, I think I would have liked the movie a lot more.
sure, I get this. There's no like hero's journey or like
There's just
some
not
big
nothing to
growth
care about,
thing.
and that's like so core to
Yeah.
Star Wars and all that stuff. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but it's just like you said, the Star Wars stuff. Like, the people who are saying that this feels like 4 episodes of the show, absolutely,
Yes,
it is definitely
Okay.
that. I think they're good episodes, and also TV also now feels more like movies too. So maybe we're always gonna get here.
Wow.
but, yeah.
What
yeah,
other
right.
insightful commentary are you providing the group?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like my criticisms? Do you not like my
You're just
technique?
like you're like it's almost like TV is like a movie now.
Yes, oh, that's true. Am I wrong?
You're not
I get what
wrong,
you're
Mike.
saying, Mike. It's getting
No,
more
that's
like
fine.
more
No,
and more
it's fine.
cinematic. Yeah.
No, for
Um,
sure.
Yes.
Are y'all familiar with how like a Dragon Ball will have a movie and it won't factor greatly into the canon?
Non-canon. Yeah.
Exactly. It's kind of just like
Yeah.
a side venture or whatever. That's what this feels like. I'm sure whatever happens will ultimately factor in if the show
DBZ
comes
movie
back.
is like a
It's
very
like a
good
Dragon Ball Z movie.
It
That's
is.
a good. You know what? I liked those Dragon Ball Z.
Some of those,
Sure.
some of those are. If you want to just spend more time with these characters, and it's like I did find myself being like, oh yeah, I do like Baby Yoda. This this little Muppet is he's like does very Muppety things, and they're not afraid of that. And then he hangs out with 4 or 5 other Muppets who are all Babu Fricks, and so I was having a good time during that. Like,
I
give
think
me
this
more
was
of
the
that.
most likable cast of like main characters in a Star Wars movie since the original trilogy. Like I was
Oh,
like, I like
wow.
all of these
They're-
people.
They're
That's high
likable.
praise.
Yeah, I mean, again, I would like. There's no characters, so it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Like, but like, yeah,
There's no character growth. There's character.
Yeah, but
Is
that
it at least
to me,
shoot? Is it shoot Muppets?
There's
Yeah,
a lot of them. There's
well, I
a
mean,
lot of
it's the
CGI
creatures.
also.
yeah. There's
But no,
tons.
yeah, okay. So there is physical, like practical effects.
Oh, for like a lot of the characters you're going to care about, and then they are endlessly fighting CGI monsters. That's all they're doing
Okay.
the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And like,
And like,
trust
it's like
me,
a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like CGI movie a lot as well. So like, DBZ movie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like CGI movie. Put those two things together, and you kind of have what's going on here.
I don't want to get the impression that I'm like want to stand up for this movie as it's some kind of masterpiece or something. I just had a much better time than I was expecting. I know like people like roll their eyes down when people are like, oh, that movie was fun. It's like, oh, you're saying that because you don't have anything more interesting to say. I'm like, maybe, I don't know, but I had fun. That's what I was looking to do.
Yeah, it's very similar to the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I felt very similar. Yes.
I know what you mean. I think this feels more like I sense more passion behind this than that somehow, or more. I don't know. This feels less like a series of lights and events, even though it is. And look, even I was rolling my eyes when they did the 5th. The Mando walks into a room and takes every person out in one long camera shot scene again. I get that, but I don't know. I wasn't rolling my eyes.
Why won't you say the thing, Mike? Just say the thing.
What's the thing? What's the thing? You told me.
Just say the thing. Your thing of your real opinion about this movie.
Look, because everything doesn't have to be reductive. It doesn't have to be this pitted against that. Look, I don't like Episode 8 as much as you. It's fine, or other people. I'm not. I also that movie is so toxic and weird. There's like a whole other side who hates it. They're like, yeah, we hate that movie too because of the woman. And I'm like, no, that's not my problem. What? This is a hellscape. I hate movies.
What's what's your thing that Jeff wants you to say?
I think I said that I liked it more than Episode 8.
That's fine.
Oh
man, I love Episode 8.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, that's a lot of people would say that, but it's like, my opinion of Episode 8 is so fixed. It's like, okay, like Mike just likes different things than I do. That's all I can think there. So yeah.
This is the Rocketeer of Star Wars movies. No, it's not.
Wait, there's something else you did over the weekend that I'm much more interested in hearing a review of.
Oh, I took some video footage, so I might I can maybe make a little video at some point. But yeah, I went to that brewery near me that had the Pokemon pinball machine. Me and my brother went there, checked it out.
So you scooped me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm the pinball guy at Giant Bomb now. I'm the Star Wars guy now because Jeff doesn't like Star Wars anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm the pinball guy now. I got a bunch of buzz balls in my fridge.
No, no, you don't.
Yeah. Look out, Dan.
And he loves GoldenEye.
Yeah, I'm taking GoldenEye from Dan.
What are you taking from Dan? You taking anything from Dan?
Buzz balls.
Buzz balls. Okay. Yeah. Self-destruction. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. Couldn't have one thing for yourself. Had to take everyone else's shtick too.
Look, I have nothing that I enjoy personally, so I had to steal from my
what you're famous for.
You know, guys, I want to go to Disneyland and not ride anything. I just want to bask in the brilliance. You want to do that with me?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, I know.
That'd be great. I'll point out the windows to you and the other minute details and Easter eggs.
So how was the pinball machine, Mike?
It was fun. It was a good pinball machine. At first, I thought it was like, is this simple? Am I missing something? Then I understand, like, if I do this, then a Pokemon appears. And if I go on this ramp, I'll capture the Pokemon. That's a very good multi-ball mechanic with the Team Rocket Meowth balloon, where first you got to like go in like a hole near it. And then it lowers down. You can bump into it a bit. And then again, cool. Like it raises up again. And then there's a little like slot to go in to start the multi-ball. So that was one. It was definitely more anime than the game, right? It's definitely following the anime stuff there. And that's fine. That's good. I enjoy that. But yeah, good game of pinball.
Wow. Something I did over the weekend that I think everyone should do, and I didn't know that this was a thing. You should check out your local city's Pioneer League baseball team. Not minor league, Pioneer League, which, from my understanding, might be a tier below minor league, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Minor league is, yes. There's like several tranches of minor league and then Pioneer League, yes.
Because Pioneer League, anything goes here. Shouts out, I bought a hat because it was just so charming. The Oakland Ballers gang.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. It's also feel like they had no real idea.
Well, that's you get to have fun when you're like that much of a minor league team. Is this like close to Banana Ball?
No, not at all. It feels like people with actual prospects to make it into minor, make it into the major leagues. I think it is mostly hilarious because Oakland lost their baseball team, the Oakland Athletics. So they were the Oakland A's. So now Oakland has the Oakland Bees.
That's good. That's really funny.
That's funny.
Good.
It was great because their mascot was a possum, and whenever someone was celebrating a birthday, the possum in the mascot costume just gave them a pile of trash for their birthday. And then after the 7th inning stretch, they were like, guys, it's the hot dog home run derby right now. And then the mascot in a different portion of the field, and I wish I was sitting there, just starts going ape shit and then a dude in like overalls starts going insane and yelling hot dogs, and they start drive onto the field in a golf cart and start t-shirt cannon style throwing, launching hot dogs into the stands.
This sounds like an episode of the Bombcast.
It was great.
Good.
And then
we should have a hot dog cannon.
We should have a hot dog cannon. And I'm sure we've all heard interesting chirping or negging of baseball players while they're at the stand and everything. The type of chatter coming out of the Pioneer League is insane because they will randomly pick a player, and if that player strikes out the opposing team's player, beer for 10 minutes will be $5.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So, like that.
There was people like ready at the stairs saying, "Be a man of the people, Jeff. Come on, just strike out." Like, and I swear I heard someone say like, "I can't afford child payments, child support this month. So I just need this. I need this." And then like
to the earth. Hell yeah.
He struck out.
Different kind of baseball.
And then, like, a good chunk of people
Not that
left
different.
the stands, stopped watching the game to get $5 beers. It was
Incredible.
I mean, that's why you're there. I mean, that's why you're at a minor league baseball game is to drink. So
Yeah.
fantastic.
So wait, this league, I think this league is only on the West Coast.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
right.
Okay.
It's like, East Coast Hockey League and stuff like that. back
Yeah.
where- yeah.
And also, like when you watch a normal baseball game, the scores generally, unless something insane happens, stay fairly low, right? Unless there's
Yeah,
a major error.
Right. And there's almost like they're so perfect. There's not a lot of opportunity for interesting, weird stuff to happen. I mean, that's not true. Something new happens at every baseball game, but it's more likely at a game like this, I think.
The final score wound up being 11-5 to the
Hell yeah.
Oakland Ballers.
Not that crazy.
It just feels like
For a baseball game?
11's a lot of points.
It's a lot. It can
Baseball,
happen.
yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah.
I got athletic this weekend,
Ooh.
and I
Oh,
was
yes.
at MVP. I made good on a North Carolina airport bar promise, and I went fowling.
Right. Okay.
Is it
Oh,
pronounced?
right.
Is it
Yeah,
spelled
how'd
like
that go?
bowling but with an F?
It's bowling with an F. It's football bowling.
Yeah,
and,
they
Kayla's
really
in
got
town.
creative.
She's here. She's here for another few hours. We went fowling the second night she was here, and brought a group of friends, and it was a lot more fun than I expected. I can't remember if I said on here, but like, yeah, just a random guy at the North Carolina airport bar was like, "Yeah, where are you flying to?" And I was like, "Oh, Minneapolis." He's like, "Oh, you should go fowling." I was like, "What's that?" And like, the guy didn't even live there. He's from Detroit. And he just showed me this thing. He's like, "I invested in this thing that's in Minneapolis. It's a fowling warehouse." And it's
Would you
just,
invest in, sir?
yeah, it's just, yeah, like, I don't know his name or anything. And he's like, "Yeah, just make sure you say that
Dr.
the guy who
Fowling.
invested in it told you to come." And I told the bartenders, I was like, "Yeah, there's a guy that invested in it. I don't know." He was like, "Yay, hi." And like, no one knew who he was. So whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just this big ass warehouse, and I think it just opened up, and it's like, imagine beer pong meets cornhole, where it's like two like cornhole platforms very far apart from each other with a 10-pin setup of actual bowling pins, and then you can do 1-on-1, 2-on-2, or 3-on-3. And we did 3-on-3, best of 7. And it's like you just go and you trade. So it's like if it's three of us, it's person A, person B, person C goes. You throw the ball once, and you're trying to knock down all the pins on the other side, just like beer pong, trying to get the 10 out or whatever. And you go back and forth until someone knocks them all down. And yeah, we did a best of 7 series. Went down to sudden death, which you just put one pin anywhere you want to, and the other does that. And I knocked it out. I won for my team in overtime bowling.
Wow, well done.
And everyone,
There
they
we go.
lifted me on their show. That didn't happen, but it was nice.
Do you throw the ball like a spiral, or are you lobbing it in there?
Are you saying me personally, or just ideally?
I like what are people doing? What's
You're throwing like
the-
a football. Like
Yeah.
they say, you can do anything. You can like you granny
Can I
shot if
shoot
you
it?
want to. Shoot it.
Yeah. With a gun.
No, I don't think you can bring a gun in there. No. You have to throw it with your arms. But yeah, like you just throw it like a normal football. It's got fun rules where it's like, if like it was pretty empty. We went like in the afternoon or whatever. But like if it bounces and goes into another person's thing and like knocks out other players and other teams' pins, that counts.
Right. That was going to be my question. It's like the ball is probably annoying because it's like
Yes.
it's not contained. How contained is it? Like because is your
Open.
lanes? It's
No,
open. So-
there's no like bumpers whatsoever. So the thing is, it bounces, and that's where it's like you could have it bounce directly in front of the pin you're trying to hit, and then it goes the other direction. It's a football. But then it can go into other and it's kind of like beer pong rules where it's like once it bounces, you can kind of do defense and like grab it.
Sure.
You know. but you can't do it until it bounces. So,
I like the defense aspect. It sounds very much like a basketball thing where like
Sure.
The basketball's great. Yeah.
Sure. Although the rules are not very clear as to how that game also works.
They're clear enough for getting drunk and playing basketball.
Sure. Yeah.
this is the part that fucked me up. So before our friends all got there, it was like me, Bonk, and Kayla, and we just got a big ass pretzel and some cocktails, and we're sitting there. And I look at Bonk. Her name is Bianca, but everyone calls her Bonk. And I look up, and there is a giant flashing, like game show-esque with like lights around it thing that says "Bonk Honk," like this huge sign on the wall above Bonk's head. And I look up, I was like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me!" And I just tell her to turn around. She's like, "Oh my god!" And it's tied to a giant handle that you pull, and it sounds. There are 3 giant ship horns up there, like that you put on a fucking ship. And so it's normally like to get a bonk in the game is the center pin is a red pin. And if on your first throw you just knock out the red pin and don't hit any other ones, that's a bonk and you instantly win the game. And you get to go sound the bonk honk. But I talked to the people working there. I was like, listen, that's bonk. She has to. And they let her sound the bonk honk. And you just pull it. It's just the loudest thing possible. It was fantastic.
Okay.
Blessings on blessings. How beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
all
good
right.
for bonkies.
Yeah, this is an interesting thing here. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about this. I feel like
I enjoyed it. It was a good time.
like you're skeptical too, Grubb.
I mean, I will do any stupid game like this. Like, do I think this is going to be the next big thing? Probably not. But I mean, it sounds like a good time.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Mandalorian and Grogu, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly, yes.
It also like wasn't even remotely busy, and I think like there was no one there. We had this entire caterer, so like I don't know business wise how good of an investment it was for a North Carolina friend. But
well, I
it was
mean,
a good time.
all the advertising they're doing is just sending that guy to airport lounges.
Well, I told everyone that like if this place goes out of business in 6 months, I am scrounging through the trash and I'm stealing the bonk honk sign. And like the red pins say bonk in big letters on it. And so I tried to purchase bonk pins from them. They would not allow me to purchase the bonk pins. So if they go out of business, I'm grabbing everything.
All right.
Very real bowling pins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I did a good amount of bowling this weekend too. One without strings and one with. And I just got to say, string bowling is destroying the sport, folks.
Extreme bowling?
String.
That's like
the one with the duck pin, or not duck pin. It's the stuff we did in Ohio, right?
Yeah, it's a version of it. Yeah,
it's normal bowling, but it's just an updated version. So
it's
like
cheaper.
Brunswick, it's more acoustically friendly, I think too.
Interesting.
And because these
so it means it
machines
sucks because
I don't want that. I want the sounds.
Yeah, you want the sounds, right? So the strings, the Marino's got it right. Strings reset the pins instead of a pin setter.
I see.
And but you would but just looking at it from down the lane, you'd be like, oh, this is normal bowling. But when you bowl, the pins just sort of get sucked up. The problem with this is that the strings knock over the pins.
Yes.
I was doing I finished like it wasn't a 7-10 split, but I hit an incredible split because of the string. And you're just like, what the fuck is happening right now? Now, it's not a hill I want to die on. I don't care that much, but it's just not good. It's just not
bowling.
good.
You're saying that it's bowling with strings attached.
Well, that's
I don't get it.
That's literally what it is.
And look, I understand it's a cost cutting thing, right? The machines that set the pins with the free fall pin, like they're incredibly expensive
and they break down.
And they break down all the time. And each machine has like 11,000 parts that can break.
If they're all from the 1940s or whatever.
Totally.
Yeah.
This shit sucks. It's terrible. I feel like I got so many extra spares just because I can throw a ball fast and the chaos knocks the strings around. And it's just, they haven't figured it out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't think I'd like that. Yeah. Even the acoustic part of it is like, that is a big part of bowling for me.
I mean, it is like by all measures lesser than real bowling. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Bowling's
it's
worse?
very strange.
Yeah. Bowling got worse.
Yeah, bowling got worse.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
They kind of had it figured out.
Well,
Bowling.
again, like, so here's the thing, like we can all understand why you want to move away from those pin setters, but like there's got to be a middle ground.
Something in between. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Can't we just make better pin setters?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
didn't they use
Brunswick's
this-
not. Yeah.
No, Brunswick's just like, they don't care. They're just like, this is our new
Here's some string. Yeah.
That's it. And the string and that shit breaks all the time too. They suck up the pins, and if the strings are tangled, it's great. The machine's like response is just like, let them all go, and then they all fall to the ground, and then they have to like suck up and untangle. It's fucking weird. I don't know. I hate every waking moment of it.
In string bowling, did they still have the silly graphics that pop up when you hit like a strike or something?
Yeah, I mean, you can, the gimmick is like, oh, there's like 48, built-in games, right? You don't have to do like traditional bowling. You can do like some, version of it and whatever. The graphic stuff, that actually is not as big of a thing anymore. I feel like that's more from like 90s. But
sad.
I love those.
I don't know, guys.
We're losing our culture. Yeah.
It's over. It's over. Lebowski, people are going to look at Lebowski and be like, what was that ancient shit?
What is this?
Man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's a bummer.
My house is being overtaken by birds.
Hell yeah.
I've got like 100 birds living on or near my house. There is bird shit every 6 inches in my driveway.
Are they in the house yet, or in the walls? Like
they're not in the walls. I don't think that's much of a threat. I mean, they might like start like making nests in vents. That would be bad. That I guess I should start looking at that. But mostly I want them to stop shitting everywhere. Yeah. And I'm like, what are my options? I haven't really started doing the research because we're dealing with other stuff outside. But I'm like, at some point I'm gonna have to get these out of here. Because
have you tried negotiating? Have you tried negotiating?
I don't. I don't listen. I'm not. I don't speak English well enough to really speak with these birds. They're very prim and proper. So yeah.
All right.
I would take the shit over what I'm dealing with right now.
Oh no. Okay.
We should.
They are going into the ridge of my front roof, and they're like ripping out the insulation under the ridge.
Oh, that sucks.
These dumbasses. They're just like yeah, we live here now. I don't know. I'm gonna kill them all. I think
I might have a solution that I don't think Bakalar will like, but I realized earlier this spring the woodpeckers were coming back, and I was like, "Oh, here we fucking go." And then at a certain point, I kind of stopped noticing them, and I was like, "What changed? We didn't do anything." And then I realized they mainly are up outside of our bedroom window. Is usually where they do all the knocking. And like I've noticed that, like if I even walk up to the window while one's knocking, they freak out and leave. So around this spring or so, we got one of those suction cup little shelves, like a little hammock thing for Boss to we just thought it'd be nice. Like, oh, Boss can look out the window. This can be his little spot. If the dogs are being rascals, he can get up away from them and he can just look out the window, look at birds, look at whatever. And I think it's since then, I think he sits up there quite a bit. And I think enough birds have like gone down to do their shit. And they're like, here's a fucking cat staring daggers at you. And they're like, whoa, that's not a safe place to be. So I think Boss is like scaring them off.
Yeah.
There we go.
My dad used to have like a fake owl that he would put out.
Yeah, we've got one of those. That doesesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah. They're keen on that. But that's probably what's going on. Because they're so dumb. They're like, it's behind glass. Who can?
I have a drone. Should I send my drone out there just so
put like a bird or put a cat head on it, like a cat mask on it.
Okay, flying cats. Ooh, that is scary.
The drone's kind of I understand the spirit behind that, right?
Yeah.
But like that's a lot of work.
Because the other thing, just like throw firecrackers in my yard and hope the sound scares them.
I got the perfect idea for you.
Okay.
What you do is
Jane's gonna
Calling it. He's calling it. Too much bird talk.
What you do is you go pull out your Omega watch after you selected which strap you want. And then you just get some random chemicals and you just shoot the birds with chemicals. Because
darts out of your phone.
Darts out of your phone. Darts out of your phone.
Out of a pen.
Yeah. You know what? The drone that you're using, Grubb, just hack it with your watch. Why don't you do that?
I didn't think about that.
If you pointed at a printer, it just makes like papers fly out all crazy. It's awesome.
Copy machines going crazy.
Folks, we're talking about 007 First Light. I believe majority of us have played through it. I played a good chunk of it during a little preview event. I've since circled back. Guys, I'm going to make a definitive statement here. Are we okay with this?
Yeah.
Let's try.
I think this might be one of the best tutorials ever in a video game.
I think maybe number one.
Sure.
I think it's number one.
So awesome.
Yes.
That was the first moment in this where I was like, oh my God, they are like that movie presentation they nailed so hard, which is interesting because like Hitman had a story and everything. I don't think anyone thought it was the strongest element of that series. Yeah. But it certainly wasn't like cinematically presented or anything like that.
No, especially
the mission briefing.
Well, it was once when it was the CGI cutscenes, and then they were trying to save money, so they shifted into presenting it with like animated cells or whatever. Yeah, motion graphics. And then by the third one, which by then I was a little bit into the story, but they were just kind of like usually doing that through dialogue. You're right to point out, it's like there is a huge leap here where they are not doing CGI like presentation for the most part, maybe here or there. But mostly it's done in-game graphics, and they just figured out every single trick they could to make that feel cinematic, and it really works.
Including this tutorial we're talking about, because it's a fucking Rocky montage.
Yes.
It is not walk over here to the shooting. You know, every other action game is like, walk over here. Here's the shooting gallery. Try the pistol. Try the grenade. Try this. Now go over here. Here's how you clamber over a thing. And now finally, here's the course at the end where you got to put it all together. This one is like, there's driving too. So there's shooting, there's parkour, there's driving, there's fucking push-up WarioWare mini games. There is like, it is fucking going from one to the other. And it's like, it's day, it's night, you're in the car. These obstacles, now you got to jump and shoot and stuff. And it is presented like a fucking Rocky montage. And it is a good tutorial too.
And
it's
also,
for it.
They're managing to interweave the story throughout all of this in a great way.
That's the most impressive. The
relationship
part.
between you and Monroe and Crescia and everything. It's like, you know how I am with game stories and stuff. I'm like instantly in on this story, and it doesn't let up. Like the story
just
stays
it goes,
great throughout.
yeah.
And it's not just your two training partners. It's also you get introduced into Money Penny really quick.
Greenway
Q,
and
Selena, Tan. Yeah, it's just it's just so good.
I think that's the most impressive part. That was the moment where I really like woke up and I was like, oh, you're just seamlessly loading these nonstop. Like you do not. There's a moment where you're playing this where you hit a thing that you're like, never seen that before, never did that before. Where things are loading, where you, like you said, you jump from a driving tutorial to a shooting tutorial to a fighting tutorial, and it's just, and it flows in such a narrative like. Very capable sort of way where
with
you're like
minimal jank, right? There's like it all feels slick. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
like if this was just a Bond movie, this would be one of my favorite Bond movies. Like the story is extremely well told. And I'm kind of over the like how many times you say, here's the Batman Begins version of this character or whatever, and we got to go through all these beats again. This super works. Like going through training as like a young, cocky Bond who everyone's still kind of like, this guy's kind of arrogant. Don't know if I like this guy or whatever. And then like proving yourself as Bond as it goes is incredible. But like, I think when this got announced, when it said like IOI is making the new Bond game, everyone, I think unanimously was like, oh, that's a match made in heaven. That's perfect. They still somehow over-delivered.
Yes. Yeah. They overshot the expectation of Hitman with a little bit of action in between. It's like, no, they took all the pieces of Hitman and they condensed it down into the parts that are most needed to make James Bond stuff feel cool, look cool, make you feel cool while you're doing it. And so that means like, these big open Hitman levels, they're here, but they are much more condensed, much more, there's many more guardrails, because it's very important that James Bond actually never look like a true dipshit. He can make mistakes, but you can't be just a complete clown the whole time. And so they figure that out, and then they just make everything so dense, even in those open world levels, and then the action sequences are like, oh, I was not familiar with your game, IOI. I didn't know you could make action this good.
No,
this is great shooting, great driving, and excellent combat.
So the comparison has been made. I made this during like that preview video that Bakalar and I put out. But of course, the comparison is also this is like Hitman sprinkled with Uncharted. But I think the other game that this really reminds me of is Matt Rory's Alpha Protocol. But like
reminds me of a lot of games.
Nailing the execution of like, I feel like a spy. Like, I feel suave. I feel debonair. The mechanic of being able to, like, bluff or, like, charm your way out of a situation is just so fun because, like, maybe you're tired of dealing with the stealth. Maybe you're tired of the gunplay. And we'll probably talk about the gunplay and the action. But, like, being able to, like, walk up to a group of dudes and, like, hey, nah, it's chill. I got to go check out that door. See y'all, and then we're like,
there's a security concern here. I'm just, hey, have you seen this guy? I got to go find him over here.
And that's that's also it's a mechanic. Like you're earning your opportunities to bluff and stuff like that through instinct and stuff. And so you're kind of spending that, earning it back. So that also is still part of the game. It's not just like a get out of jail free card.
But even the distraction stuff, like Hitman has always had this stuff where it's like I'm going to turn this radio on or this vacuum cleaner, and the guard's going to come over or whatever. I mean, you kind of had to physically go over there as 47 and like do this and then run back and hide somewhere. Like you've got your Q, like the Q stuff is perfect for this because first of all, they do it the way they do in the movies, where it's like you go into this crazy lab and there's a bunch of scientists, there's like fire shooting everywhere and everything's blowing up. It's like, oh, this is awesome, and like you're doing that, and that's how they're presenting you with your new stuff for your loadout. But then, you've got your Q watch thing or whatever. And you look at a vacuum cleaner, you look at a computer, you look at something, and you're from afar, like, beep. And then it's like the laptop's freaking out and you can hide. Like, you don't have to get up in there like 47 does. So it expands those capabilities. And when things go to shit,
Yes.
My bigger concern, and it does go to shit, is Hitman was so great at the sneaking around and just the sandbox elements and all the different possibilities you can use to kill people. But if you're like me and you're getting caught all the time, hand to hand, not the best. Gunplay, pretty stilted, you know?
Yeah.
This one, they have upgraded the gunplay and the hand-to-hand stuff so fucking
Especially
much
the
here.
hand-to-hand stuff, yes.
The hand-to-hand stuff is crazy because what it made me think of is like the more modern like Mission Impossibles. Like, do you remember the one with Henry, the guy in the bathroom?
Cavill.
Henry Cavill in the
Reloading,
bathroom.
yeah.
Where they're just fucking throwing each other through like toilets and stuff and
that,
walls.
you have that fight, yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
yeah, you
so
do.
you can you do have that fight. I fucked that guy up real. I threw him
too.
through a
It was
toilet
so
and his
good.
girlfriend came in.
Yep.
Yeah, it was great. But
Yep.
you can, with RT, you can like grab them by the collar basically. And then like at left stick, you can throw them wherever. And it is so good if like you're by a window or a railing, that motherfucker's going over it. You know,
I mean,
if
the
you're
context
by,
sensitivity is off the charts.
Yes.
yeah, lots of slamming dudes into walls, you know, slamming their head into like a wine cabinet and stuff. And it just feels so fucking cool.
It's a Fable
and
3 like.
And it's not the Hitman thing where it's like once things go to shit, they're permanently going to shit. I've had a lot of levels where it's like it's this huge
yes.
opulent locale.
Very
And
contained.
it's like I super get caught in this room and like these 4 dudes are like, okay, we're coming to fight you. And you have the coolest fucking hand-to-hand fight. Bodies strewn everywhere at the end, and then it's like situation contained.
Yes.
And it's
Right,
like,
every
oh,
time.
I'm good now. Yeah, okay.
And I think one of my favorite parts of the combat is, like you mentioned, Dan, the gunplay is so much improved versus the Hitman games. But also, if you run out of ammo, you can just throw that gun at any
right in their
moment.
head.
I mean, or you shoot them in the gun and their gun goes flying up in the air and you just grab it out of midair
Yes.
and then shoot them with it. Do that the entire game. That's great.
Such a
Oh,
cool
man.
dude.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I have not touched a second of this. I think I'm going to launch look this baby when it actually comes out tomorrow. I didn't, but I knew this was coming. I didn't realize it crept up that much. I'm like, wait, reviews are out. Why are we able to talk about this? I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this. People.
there was a short
seem
runway
excited.
on like, yeah, so it's like I
Yeah,
would have loved to have a review at embargo,
Yeah,
but it's like
course.
I played a bunch over the weekend. Still, that was very tight runway for this. It's pretty long. I want to say I'm like 10 hours in.
Oh.
I feel like the story is getting to some like parts where it's kind of wrapping up, where it's like, oh, okay, I know what's really going on here, and now I just need to kill this dude.
Did you get to meet Lenny?
Oh yeah, oh
Mr.
me and Lenny?
Kravitz?
My best friend.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs.
Okay, Mr. Krabs, yeah. Here, okay, so a couple things before I get to that. Dan, you mentioned the like walking around the like Q lab and stuff like that. That is the thing that this game does do a little bit different than the movies. It presents like the movies most of the time, and then you get to live as James Bond in these spaces a little bit more than you ever get to see in the movies, and they do that make that stuff feel like, oh yeah, I just kind of like feel like I'm embodying this character a little bit more, and that's really well done. But they've learned a lot. I was going to say RGG. They've learned a lot from studios like RGG, where it's like they are taking their stuff and reworking it. Like, hey, they've done a ton of these like missions in Hitman where famous people show up. They've worked with famous people, get them scanned into their game, figure out how to like get their voices in there. They've done that a bunch of times. Well, now they're just using those skills to really good effect here for the most part. And there's a lot of like famous people in here that like show up as sometimes it's just cameos. Jacksepticeye was in there for like 10 seconds in one of the stages. He's at the coat check in the bar. But then you get Lenny Kravitz, and it's like, oh well, there's Lenny Kravitz trying to act, and he's like,
And his penis breaks out of his pants.
his penis just burst out, which is a good distraction.
Oh, Mike
from
doesn't
the
know
very,
about that?
The very poor acting. The man's
Was this
got a
in that
massive
Candy
hog.
Stranger movie?
He crouched
Yeah,
down while he was
yeah,
doing a
that's
cool
that.
guitar solo, and his penis just broke straight through his pants at one point. It's very funny.
It was a paid
Yeah.
actor.
It's a psyop.
Straight out the
Good
middle,
for
yeah.
him.
But it's like all this stuff is like so like you could just tell that they are in their element of we know how to do this. We are gonna like do it very efficiently.
Yeah.
And like reusing the stuff from Hitman here so well just shows like, oh yeah, they probably went in here with a really good plan, had some speed bumps, but this probably was not that much of a nightmare as compared to like what it could have been if they were doing this all from scratch. It's how you get to like such a well-received game.
Yeah.
When really another game like this would be like, there's been recent examples of like these games hitting like Indiana Jones or whatever, but this one feels like it's even above some of those where it's like, I just kind of across the board. I'm like, I think they figured it out.
And the other celebrities, sorry, Dan, that they also
Yeah.
have like Lenny James, Gemma Chan. I think they're like nailing it out of the park with their specific characters. Dan, you were about to say?
I do want to say, like, set expectations, because I think a lot of people are having the question of like, oh, is this just Hitman with the James Bond skin? And it's not. It's like, when I think of Hitman, it's like, the freedom is the whole deal with Hitman, where it's like, here's a bunch of giant locations, that are very intricate, and you can kill everyone on the level if you want to. You can kill everyone in every way. You can do an exploding golf ball or drown a guy or whatever. There's a million different it's not that. They've taken a lot of that. Like you will see the DNA of Hitman all over here, like in these huge, intricate locations, all very detailed. Like that's very Hitman. Kind of like overhearing conversations that give you hints on like how you can approach a certain situation. It is not as open as Hitman. Like a lot of like Hitman, like when I was like planning like the Hitsmith stuff and everything. That was like, okay, I'm going to set off a proximity mine in the middle of the dance floor, and then you got to kill this guy, and you got to kill 10 of these. You can't do all that here. You're Bond, and so like. When it turns into action, it's very, very clear. There will be an action sequence, and it literally says license to kill. And that's when it's like, all right, I'm going to kill these PMC guys. When you're going through these big locations and things like that, like this big chess meet at a hotel in the mountains or whatever, it looks like Hitman at a glance, but like it is a little more directed. It's a little
it's guardrails is what I like. It's definitely like we want to make sure that you are doing cool stuff and that you're not going to get too lost in the sauce here.
Yes.
That's the thing coming into this game. I had the biggest concern about the pacing. Like,
sure.
A James Bond film goes, you're like, you do one thing or you're watching an action sequence in one part of the world and they discover one thing and that leads them to the other side of the world. And then 5 minutes later, everything is different. It's a completely different set piece. It's like, they're not going to be able to do that. Well, they do in a video gamey way. Like they keep things moving, but the pacing comes in from, we are going to do these Hitman style levels, but we're going to make sure that you're going to get through it and be able to figure it out. We're going to give you the DNA that you were talking about, Dan, pops up as these threads that you can follow to discover sort of solutions to your problem, just like you would if like you get the little light bulb icon in Hitman. It's very similar here. There's fewer and those threads are shorter because again, they're trying to keep the pacing up and it works. And even inside of like that chess mission you're talking about, Dan, the stakes change several times.
Yeah.
The thing that you're trying to accomplish very specifically shifts every time you learn something new. You'll get into like a couple of fight sequences that break things up. So they are figuring out every trick to kind of keep you engaged and keeping everything feeling fresh.
Yeah, they do some interesting things too, where it's like in Hitman, the objective is pretty much always kill one or more of these people on this level. Mm-hmm. There are large areas here where it's like, Grubb, I can't remember if you said you've been here yet or not. Actually, if you've met Lenny, you have.
I have, yeah.
There is an area that is like a very open, like kind of like marketplace area with like a bunch of different stalls and different things going on. There's a fight pit, there's all this stuff. And the objective is not, hey, kill this guy or anything. The objective is you need access into a place and you need to have a certain amount of money to get into this place. So it's just like, okay, here's this huge open area with all these different things going on. And there's probably, I don't know how many different ways you can earn money are here.
For sure, yeah.
But yeah, you talk to other people who play this game. It's like, oh, how did you earn the money? It's like, oh, I did this and this. It's like, oh, I never even saw that. It's like, oh, I did this thing. I competed in this thing or tricked this person or sold this art or whatever. There's all these different ways and threads you can follow. And then once you make enough money, you can move on and go to the next thing. But I think this is not going to be as inherently replayable as Hitman because Hitman is just like, plop, here you are in the level. Do it however you want to, do these challenges. This is so much more cinematic that like I can't see myself going back a lot. But if I were to go back to this marketplace area, I would definitely be like, oh, I haven't done several of these different approaches to this. So there is some replayability there, but it's not the like pick a level, go to town, the thing that Hitman does.
I wonder if IOI has any plans at all for like DLC that kind of is just one-off, more Hitman-oriented missions.
Well, so they have the tax sim stuff. Have you guys done?
I haven't done that yet. I'm waiting until I'm done with the game.
No.
Yeah.
Right. So these are almost like mercenary style missions, like Resident Evil style. Like they're presented. The structure is the escalation missions from Hitman, where it's like, hey, you're going to do one thing, and then the next, it's going to be very similar, but you have to do more and engage in more parts of the system. I think that is sort of like, as instead of having a multiplayer mode or whatever a game like this would have had 20 years ago, this is the kind of thing they're putting in there to add replay. And I think the action is good enough to support something like that. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. You really are coming to this to play through the story mode. I think that that is near like what is happening with Resident Evil, like in terms of those recent Reddit. It's not as good as Requiem, but it's like in the conversation, and that's a game I played over and over again. So I could see myself maybe doing that here, but the length is maybe the one thing that would stop me because this is a little bit longer than some of those games.
I mean, if Game of the Year was today, I would honestly be between this and Requiem. Like this.
Oh, wow, okay.
Especially
it's right there for me, and I'm a little bit behind where you're at now.
Yeah. I don't think I knew fully. Like, I didn't watch any of the trailers. I hadn't seen any footage of this game in action before it came out, and so I didn't know if this was just going to be that Hitman style. But it was at the end of the chess meet area where it's like I was having so much fun doing the sneaking around Hitman stuff there. and then that just kind of dovetails into a couple other sequences that are more story focused. And by the end of that, I was like, oh, this is operating on a different level than Hitman ever did. Like I love, I'm not saying better or worse or anything. It's just, this is very much its own thing. This is, as far as making a Bond game, boy, I don't know how you do it much better than this. Like I think about Bond as an IP is custom made for games. You've got the driving, the gadgets are such a fucking thing that you can put into a video game. And I think now there are 3 times they've really nailed it. They've made a ton of Bond games. Like the first one, GoldenEye, might talk about that a little later. Second one, I loved Everything or Nothing. I thought that was a great one. And that was the time they were like, okay, we're going to make our own story here with this. And we're going to like make a, from the ground up, Bond game. I thought that nailed it. And then this, it's like, boy, as far as a modern version of making a Bond game, I don't know how you do it much better than this.
Yep. Just shocked at how well they nailed it right out of the gate. Just incredibly impressive stuff.
Yeah. The execution, I think, is the most impressive part. Is like, there's so much going on, especially front loaded in all the setup. Like, it's just done and executed so well. Like, that's the thing that's really blowing my mind. It's just like, wow, this game just feels confident and knows what it wants and knows how to present it to you and knows how to feel good.
Yeah.
The only thing there's one thing I'm not super in love with. There's a grain effect in the game that like I don't know. It just kind of, have you noticed that, Jan? There's like a film grain thing going on that I'm just like not a gigantic fan of. No, I don't think you can.
You can.
I mean, I instantly go into every game. I turn off film grain and I turn off motion blur. I haven't noticed any of that.
I take it back then. I because I've been spending a decent time poring over some of the settings and I did not see that. Yeah, I mean, it feels great though. Everything about it is just it's really surprising. That's the most thing is like I'm constantly surprised with it. Especially having a certain expectation going into it, especially playing Hitman games. It's just not that. So yeah,
I kind of laugh at there's a part, it's at the very, very beginning. This isn't like a big spoiler or anything, but like it kind of does that Tomb Raider reboot thing of, remember when she like killed her first guy and she's like, oh god, and then she kills like a billion dudes and doesn't think about it. There's one point where he like shoots a guy and there's like a brief moment of Bond looking at him like, oh wow, I killed a man, and then like 90 seconds later he's just blowing up an entire base of dudes. Like I had to laugh at that.
I'm excited for this game to get into more people's hands and for it to get into like the Hitman sickos out there, because one of my favorite things is watching like Hitman highlights of people playing the game in ways that I didn't know were possible. So
Leo Vader, the king of that, if you want to look some of that up. Yeah.
So seeing the expanded gunplay and the hand-to-hand combat, I'm excited to see what more people will do. Let's keep things on the topic of James Bond, because Mike Minotti, I don't think I'm ready for this talk. I don't think I'm ready for this portion of the podcast.
He's a real boy now.
You have been playing a James Bond game as well, but not 007 First Light. You have been playing GoldenEye.
I have such a toxic positivity with retro games where even when it is one of the few ones that I am like, that one wasn't my jam, actually. I didn't like that one, right? Then like somebody will be like, yeah, that game's bad. Like Sean, like it was GoldenEye. I'm like, yeah, I just don't get GoldenEye. So that's because it's bad. And I'm immediately like, well, let's hold on a second here. Right. So I'm like, you know what? All right. I'm going to go and play through GoldenEye. Most of my experiences as a kid were like multiplayer. I did some of the campaign, but never got that far in it. I'm like, I'm going to play through the campaign of GoldenEye on my actual N64. It's all ready to go because of the Donkey Kong bullshit. So here we go. And it's surprising in some ways because a lot of things I thought would be a hang-up, like the controls. I'm like, this is making sense. And there's a generous auto aim, so that's fine. After a while, like that actually felt pretty good to me. The James Bondness of it is fantastic. The soundtrack is incredible. It's an all-time soundtrack, right?
Ooh, sorry to interrupt you, Mike, but the Bond song for First Light, banger as well.
Right? That was good. Lana Del Rey.
Right. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
So I was like, I was kind of coming around pretty hard for a while. I'm like, maybe I was.
And that's it for this conversation. And Mina the Hollower, let's talk about it. Yeah,
there's just it's level design, mission design, and just some of the N64-ness that do get to me. There's a lot of times in this game where I don't know what the game wants me to do, and then I die, or I just leave a level, apparently, which is something that you can do without completing the missions. And it's like, you lost, idiot. I'm going to tell him to turn around then. Go back through the door. I didn't know that was the exit. And then I'm like, what was I supposed to do? In my chat, because I'm live streaming, was like, oh, did you do what they did in the movie? You remember what they did in the movie? I'm like, no,
you don't need to know that.
20 years ago.
You don't need to know what happens in the movie.
That's
Mike, I'm going to say this, and I frequently give you your flowers for being, the best gamer at Giant Bomb. I'm always impressed by how well you work in like Flight Club and some of the worst games ever. I mean this, Mike. I've been watching almost all your streams of this. I think you might be exceptionally bad at GoldenEye.
I don't get how I could be better.
Mike, I have a question.
I don't understand what I should be doing differently.
It tells you the objectives. You got a quest log. You ever play an RPG, brother?
The quests are vague. It says destroy the ammo cache. What's an ammo cache?
It's a bunch of boxes that carry ammo. You shoot
all
them.
over the place. And that's the look. Look, it's not just that, all right? You go to this jungle level. The N64 fog has been turned up to 11.
Yes.
There's green fog everywhere.
Yes.
You're in a jungle anyways. They dress the enemies in green, which makes sense. But also, it's a video game. I can't fucking see them. You say, take out the turrets. You can't see the turrets till they're shooting at you. There's a boss fight in the jungle with a lady who has a grenade launcher. By the way, any explosion happens in this game, the frame rate goes from like 10 to 2. So have fun with that.
Look, that's like saying an Atari game is bad because it doesn't look realistic. Like, it's a product of its time. You got to put yourself in that time.
I think they could have worked within the limitations of the N64, perhaps a little bit better than that.
And what about when you throw a knife at somene's hat and the hat pops off?
That's great.
That's so
or
funny.
you shoot them in the head and the hat pops off. Like,
Mike,
yes, Jeff Bakalar.
the way you feel right now is the way I feel 24/7 about everything.
About what?
Okay.
About what, Jeff?
Yes.
About everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
All of it.
Everything all the time. I am Team Mike right now. I could not agree more. That game is just not that great.
I'm good. I've spent a lot of time thinking about this weekend, and I came to the conclusion that I do wholeheartedly, earnestly believe this. It is the best FPS of all time.
I don't know if it's in the top 50, Dan.
It is the number 10 game of all time. The next best FPS is Call of Duty 4 at number 40.
Right after every
honestly, look, I know a lot of people don't take you seriously, Dan, but buddy, I don't know about that. Listen, here's the thing. I have very fond multiplayer memories of GoldenEye. Of course I do, because I went to college when that shit was popping off. And it was even after it was popping off and people were still playing that in Mario Kart 64. So I get it, and I'm here for the multiplayer. But Mike is correct.
Oh, no. The campaign is incredible. The campaign is what makes it so special. Having those objectives in an FPS in 1997, that was what made it set it apart. It was having objectives and not just go through and doom yourself through the thing and just shoot everything.
Yeah, but Doom predates GoldenEye, and it's
That's
way
what I'm
better.
saying. That's what I'm saying. GoldenEye was an evolution of the genre with all of the objectives, and the level design is what kind of elevated that, and the replayability, the way they tied all the different unlocks and things to the different difficulty levels. Like, it was the most replayable campaign I've ever played at that time.
But most of the objectives boiled down to a game of hide and seek. Basically, it's just like wander around and find this thing. Then wander around and find. Hey, look, I agree. Sometimes that is actually fun, and I don't mind
setting plastic explosives on the silo. And you're playing on baby mode, so I don't know.
No, I'm not. I'm playing on Secret Agent, the second of 3 difficulties. Excuse me, I picked the middle one, which apparently might be a hard mode of itself. It's just not the hardest mode.
Yeah, that's right.
It's pretty hard. Most people play
it's
on
pretty hard.
Yeah,
most people. Yeah, I was like, chat, what's normal mode? They're like, this one. Answers. Okay, whatever. But just other. Why are enemies respawning constantly, man?
It's mostly finite unless there's an alarm going off in the bunker or something like that. You did great on the bunker.
Bunker 2 was hell. That's the one's supposed to be more of a stealth mission, and that one was driving me. I was turning into a grumpy Mikey on that one. I'm not gonna lie. But they take out these because if a camera sees you before you can take it out, and good luck sometimes pushing R and going to the reticule and kind of tilting your stick just
didn't
right.
Have dual stick yet. We didn't have dual stick yet. Can't fault it for the time it came out.
That's fine, but you know what? I did have mouse and keyboard, and that felt real good. You can aim and shoot and move all at the same time back then. And I'm trying not to compare this thing to Quake 2 or Half-Life. Again, I kind of get it. And there was a bit there, Dan. I want you to know, there was a bit. I was like, this game, you know what? Maybe it's not my favorite. Maybe this is like a 4 out of 5. I do get it. And then I don't know. Some of these later levels have just they've been obnoxious, man. It's been a lot.
4 out of 5. Now this is a break the Meltzer scale Tokyo Dome 6 out of 5. What are you talking about?
So I have a few more levels to do. We'll see how I feel about it all. And I'm glad I'm finally playing through this game. That's for sure.
Mike, educate me. Your experience and fondness for the N64. Where is it at?
It's on maybe the lower end. I like Mario 64 a ton. Ocarina of Time, like the biggest hits, Star Fox 64, things like that. But I was privileged. I had access to a PlayStation and a PC around the same time. And I was spending much more time with my PlayStation and PC.
But you did fill out that form, and you found out that you do prefer the 64 over the Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
so.
that's science.
Yeah, that was science. Did you see he made a new form for N64 versus PC?
PC,
yeah, and mine went from 23 to 2 in 64.
Yeah, mine was mine was heavily for PC. I think that was filled with a lot of games you've never played before. Would be my guess, Dan.
Oh, like all of them. Didn't have a PC that could run games till I was like 30. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
That was yesterday.
Right, so,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I should try Perfect Dark.
Second best.
like Perfect Dork.
Actually, maybe second best. Ooh, Call of Duty 4 or Perfect Dark is the second best FPS.
Where does Portal rank for like top FPSs?
That's a puzzle game. That's a puzzle.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, if someone wants to call it an FPS, I'll allow it, but it's not what I mean when I'm talking about it.
Sure.
Right.
Same.
You would say Half-Life 2, Titanfall 2. Those are up there. All-time greats. Stuff like that.
2. Damn.
Half-Life was good for its time.
Well, let's move on to a game that maybe.
Oh my god, I'm gonna start shaking.
I can't even say anything.
As someone who loves to defend the N64, I can't have this guy standing next to me anymore. He's been poisoning the well.
Totally.
It's better than Super Nintendo.
Okay, well, let's move on to a game that both of you like. God, just
Better controller?
No, it's not. I can't.
It's one of the best controllers of all time.
My hand sometimes gets a little cramp in that thing.
It's a top 3 controller. It's top 3 controller of all time.
When you hold that controller as an adult, assuming you have like normal size hands, you are constantly holding it kind of shifty, like I am, in order to fit. Top 3 controller. All right.
Mina the Hollower, please talk about something else, please. Dan, Mike, you both like it, right?
Yes,
that's a harder one to talk about. Like,
it is hard to talk about. For one thing, it's a preview embargo right now. Like, it's not the actual review embargo yet.
It's very generous though. It's like we just can't say specific boss fights or names or areas and stuff like that. But like we can talk about what the game is and everything. Mike, you beat it, and I'm like a dozen hours in probably. Are you like me, Mike? We haven't really talked about it much. Are you oscillating constantly, or I guess you're done with it now? But like I find myself oscillating between. I love this. This is nailing it. This is, I really love the discovery elements of this game. And then me just wandering around in circles for like 2 hours being like, everything's too obfuscated here. Like I have no idea where to go. I'm checking the newspaper. I know I'm supposed to go to this area next or something like that. But there's just a lot of like, there's not a real map the way you think of like a Zelda game or something from that era. There's a general world map, but like it doesn't really show your location in it, at least where I'm at. I'm just getting lost a lot. And this is in my wheelhouse, this type of game. And I'm finding it very difficult to figure out what to do next most of the time.
Yeah. And like I was getting frustrated with that stuff a lot early on. So like the very beginning, I was like, where do I go? And then I found a path, and I was going for a while till I found some enemy that seemed so far beyond me. I'm like, this is the game telling me not to come this way anymore for now. And I kind of wandered around for a while and read that newspaper, and I'm like, no, I'm supposed to go that way. Okay, maybe I'm, So, I think later in the game, I get less lost, but I have frustration points. And so I'm kind of going from between this level of, this like platforming challenge here is really fun, and this level design is cool, and the game looks cool too. Sometimes these frustrations, it's interesting, this blend of Dark Souls and Zelda. And sometimes it takes great elements of those and it makes something cool. And sometimes I'm like, I don't think this is the best Zelda clone it can be, or the best Souls-like it could be, with these two sort of ideas clashing with each other at all times.
And kind of here's like a more specific thing of the frustrations, where it's like, let's say, like this is the thing that happened to me. I found a character, like there was like a group of characters that were like, we're looking for our friend. He's somewhere around here. And at one point I found the character and it was like, oh, okay, I got to lead this guy back to his friends. And at some point I died and I got sent back to kind of like basically my bonfire, which is like a little underground, like hut, home area. And I had to stop playing or whatever for the night and I saved and quit. And you boot it up the next time and you remember like, oh, right, I was trying to help that guy get back to his friends. But it's like, okay, where was that guy? And like, there is a huge lack of any kind of signposting or like, again, I don't need a big glowing red arrow telling me where this guy is. But at least in like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and stuff like that, you can like, I love that stamp system of like, okay, if I can't deal with this right now, or if I want to remember this for later, I am choosing to put a little marker here. There's nothing like that here, again, unless something opens up later. And so it's just like, well, shit, I'm just going to walk around this area over and over and over again. I cannot remember where this guy was. And it's like, that's just not a fun type of like discovery. It's like, I've already discovered where he is. I just need to do the thing. I don't want to walk around in circles for an hour and a half. So, yeah.
Do you think this is a weird game to do the Castlevania style sub items in, right? Like, so instead of like the Zelda, like, oh, you just get an item here, or even Shovel Knight, the previous game, they kind of had those sub items, but it wasn't the Castlevania style. Oh, you can only have one of them, and then they swap. You just sort of had an inventory of them. Like in this game, you only have one of those. You kind of swap them, right? You get more, right? Well, you get access to more, but you only ever hold one at a time.
It's not true.
What?
I have something that I can swap between them.
Oh, okay then. Well, then.
Wow, you beat the game without that? That's very helpful.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
But that's
wait. So wait, that does speak to something like, like you can miss that.
Yeah, it's a thing that is, it's a huge help to have like one that's like, because some of these sub items and stuff are like mobility based, will make you move faster, make you jump further, and then the other is like really good for combat. So I usually have one on me that's like a mobility one, and one on me that's a offense one.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because like, well, like the mobility one is kind of important because again, it's a bit of a Souls. Like you have these difficult bosses, but you don't have like the dodge roll with invincibility frames. You can kind of burrow to avoid things, but the burrow you have to jump, and the jump misses some attacks, sometimes it doesn't. So it wasn't just like reacting to enemies, it was like anticipating enemies sometimes to get out of way. And like it's like I was just struggling with that sometimes to the point where the build I came up with that was most effective for me, because you have like trinkets and things you can equip. I kind of have a lot of stuff where I just sort of was able to stand there and take it and just kind of hit back constantly and basically just melt the boss before they can melt me, which was effective. I'm not sure how fun that was necessarily.
Yeah. Like the aesthetics of the game, like, I think they're great with like, I love the way Shovel Knight looked, and like a lot of the enemy designs and boss designs in this are really cool. But yeah, the actual like moment to moment, like combat and things like that, I guess you could compare it to like a Link to the Past, Link's Awakening era Zelda for sure. But they're not. Yeah, you're right, Mike, in that like a Dark Souls thing, like it's such a huge part of that is your abilities during combat and just the nuance to all these boss encounters, and they're pretty basic in this.
Right. It's like, obviously it's not the Zelda style where like, well, there's like a gimmick to the boss. You kind of have to figure out the item. It's not necessarily doing that either. So yeah, like this is maybe kind of sounding more down on it than I am, but I kind of been struggling to think of where I am with this game as I'm thinking about like reviewing stuff. I'm just kind of becoming to terms with it in real time. And a lot of these just different aspects of it. I also was grinding quite a bit in this game to kind of I was doing it accidentally
because I was just so many times just walking around the same area a million times trying to find the exit or something, and I just happened to level up a ton doing that.
It has the Zelda 2 level up system, which like, that's neat enough, but like, I found a spot where there's a respawn point by a bunch of enemies, so I knew I could just kind of go fight them, burrow, and reset them. And I was like, I'm gonna live here for maybe an hour and just juice up these numbers. I kind of felt like I needed it, honestly.
Was yours in a garden where you burrow between like the garden? There's like four kind of. I did that so much. Yes,
I literally took a screenshot. Like I got to show people this grind spot.
Yeah, there's like 4 enemies that are fairly easy to beat, and you get a bunch of XP for it. Yeah.
I think we both found the same grind garden. Exactly.
Ooh, grind garden. Let's go there, boys.
Grind garden. Baby.
I do wonder if we're sounding sounding too negative on it because like when you do have those aha moments, it is really satisfying. And like I think it's telling that I've had like 3 times now that I've been like, don't know if I'm enjoying this. Think I might be done with this. I put it down and I'll just kind of be sitting there. I'll have some time and I'll look at my Steam Deck and be like, I'll pick it up again. And then I will just have like, I slept on it and now I got past this area or whatever. And I'm like, oh right, this game's really good. So it's a tricky one to kind of like, I haven't beaten it yet, Mike. I'm curious to see kind of your final thoughts on it, but it's not like a super obvious slam dunk like a Shovel Knight.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where I am. Like, I love Shovel Knight. That is like an all timer for me. One of the all time, maybe the great modern retro game. Really, I'm not feeling that strongly about this.
Yeah, I bounced off of it a little early on, not because I wasn't enjoying my time playing it. It just felt like a game where like, oh, I'm going to wait for smarter people to pick this game apart, and then I'll circle back and maybe follow a guide or like a map that someone makes after the fact when this comes out. And maybe folks at home will have a more enjoyable experience with that.
The no map thing is so weird because like I assume it comes from a place of really liking Dark Souls 1, for instance, and like, oh, you should wander around. But again, like, there's a lot of Zelda here. It's like, Zelda has a map, and what does that hurt, right? I mean, like some of these decisions maybe just feel like a little too far. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I like this comment in chat saying this is a game that seems like it was made for Dan and Mike, and it doesn't seem like it's doing it. Yeah, like I mean, everything about it on paper seems like, oh, we should be all about this, and we're both kind of.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious to hear because I think generally I heard a lot of really positive previews. So I'm like, do I have maybe a little bit of a not a stick, but maybe just a little twig? But I don't know.
It's definitely a good game. I think I might be more frustrated with it than I am having fun.
Right. Yeah, that's the way of putting it. I'm surprised how frustrated I get. Again, like I like difficult games, right? Like. Same. Played through Sekiro recently.
Not GoldenEye.
That was kind of an all-timer. Not GoldenEye. It's bullshit. Of course, right? This game needed more N64 fog. That would help. There is some good level design here for sure. And the burrowing mechanic, which is core of it, is good. That is very good. I think whenever they're being smart or clever with the burrowing mechanic is often when the game is at its best.
Moving on to a game that Dan, I'm gonna assume you may have enjoyed was Lego Batman.
Yeah, I'll just mention briefly, Kayla's in town, and so we did a stream on Friday night, I think, where we played several hours of it. It's good. It's definitely a good one. It's the first like Lego game I've played in a while, and once you get to the open world especially, it's just kind of a fun kind of toy box to run around. But yeah, I think Bakalar might have said something similar when we talked about it. It's like, it's a really weird choice to start this fun open world game with this like lengthy
90-minute tutorial.
It's long. Very long. And it's like, this isn't a game that requires a lot of serious tutorial. It's pretty straightforward what you're doing in this game. And like, that is like a long linear thing with these side characters.
Yeah.
Could have used a montage.
Especially with like how much, and again, I really enjoy this game, but especially with how much they sort of fast tracked a lot of the other things that you sort of go through as a Batman becoming Batman kind of thing. It's surprising how long that took. I just think, and I saw it firsthand watching Dib go through, and he's just like, when am I Batman? And I'm like, I get it, man. 90 minutes is a goddamn eternity for you.
Right. So I just have to like, when do you get to the open world, right? Like, I'm surprised
that's what I was waiting for.
To get you there.
Yeah, it's surprising how much, how front loaded all that stuff is. But once you get to Gotham, you're cooking.
Yeah, like the driving's really fun and everything. Like, once it's open, it's unequivocally a great time, but weird choice for the beginning.
Yeah.
And then, like, I like the surprises and stuff where it's like, oh, suddenly you're doing like a DDR mini game and stuff like that. Like, it throws surprises at you in a fun way.
How is the co-op? I constantly forget that it's like a co-op game as well.
Yeah, we were just playing split screen, and like they do a decent job of like, Kayla was Batman and I was Gordon, and like Gordon gets this weird like goo gun thing. So like it's not like you're just like a basic, just only punches and kicks guy or whatever.
Does it have online co-op? I thought I heard it doesn't have online co-op.
That I don't know.
That'd be strange, right? But
I don't know if you didn't. Yeah.
It'd be very weird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good to hear. Lego Batman, very fun game. But move over every other game. 007 First Light, get the hell out of here.
No, we got a real game of the week.
We got a real game of the week. The real game that people have been clamoring for our leading expert, the only game that will ever be associated with him for the rest of his life because it's his thing.
Stop this.
You know, they think about Jeff Bakalar, hockey guy. They think about Dan, wrestling, Taco Bell, right? They think about Mike. They think about, unfortunately, associate him with apples. They think about me and all of my self-destructive qualities. And Jeff Grubb, the Bubsy guy.
Grubbsy, they call him.
Grubbsy.
Mm-hmm.
That game's pretty all right. Bubsy 4D is pretty all right. That's it's a lot of fun to play. Mostly because the controls, the movement system is intricate and very easy to chain one move into another. I wasn't able to talk about it on the Bombcast last week, but I did beat it last week. I've gone back to it a couple times here or there to like get some of the extra collectibles. I'm surprised that is a little bit more substantial than what I thought it was going to be, because I did beat the game. I saw credits in like 2.5 hours, and then the percentage completed thing was at 70% at that time. I'm like, okay, I'm like basically already 100% of this game after 2.5 hours. There's not going to be much to it, but actually finding those things and going through the obstacle course like stages has been a lot of fun, and I did kind of get a little bit into the leaderboards. Not a ton. Basically, the leaderboards are just how fast can you get to the what is the equivalent of a Mario star at the end of the level from like Galaxy or whatever. It's, you know, it has its issues. Like it is pretty insubstantial, and then the levels are not like dense with a lot of visual, interesting objects and things like that. It feels pretty bare bones. It's not an ugly game, but it definitely is not like going to pop off the screen in a lot of ways. I think Bubsy looks pretty okay. Some of the other characters look ugly, but that's because they are just ugly characters. They're from that one cartoon pilot, and I just don't like looking at them. But yeah, I think that, you know, for one of these of like, hey, let's take this sort of meme game and bring it back in a real way. They did a pretty good job, and I'm glad they didn't try to overdo it. I'm glad they didn't try to make it a $60 game. That would be insane. So it's a $20 game. It's small, it's light, and it kind of really works in this game's favor because it gets out of its own way. You just have some fun with it and move on. But yeah, I mean, man, this is Atari and working with Fabraz. This is Atari's business model right now, like re-releasing old games, porting old games, updating old games, and then making sequels to games like this. I'm like, oh man, I'm all for it. So yeah, pretty happy with what happened with Bubsy 4D.
Fantastic. Folks, that about does it for the first segment of this podcast. We'll be right back with some news and more after this break. We'll see you on the other side. All right, y'all. It is time to turn up the fun because Jeff Grubb, Plants vs. Zombies, is celebrating 17 years of lawn-defending, zombie-zapping action.
We're teaming up with Plants vs. Zombies Replanted to dish out codes across every platform, PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. No matter how you play, you're in.
I'm ready to kick some grass, Grubb. Stay tuned at home to win. This is the news with Jeff Grubb, who we all associate with the game franchise Bubsy.
Jesus. All right, let's get into the news and wash our hands of Bubsy. All right, and instead talk about Bungie. Bungie is ending Destiny 2 live service updates. Layoffs are reportedly coming. Bungie announced that Destiny 2 will stop receiving any new updates after June 9th. The studio is shifting toward incubating its next game. It also said that it's shifting to the new era of Bungie, essentially. Kind of wondering what they mean by that. The final update is meant to make the game more welcoming for returning players. Do not take that to mean that they will unvault all the stuff that they put in the vault, because a lot of that stuff has not been updated to the newest version of Destiny 2, so it's not compatible anymore. At least that's what people who play a lot of Destiny 2 have told me. They are not working on their next game necessarily right away. They are going to be, like, a lot of people are supporting Marathon, but they did say, yeah, we're incubating the next thing. It's not Destiny 3. Destiny 3 has not been given the green light. They're not working on that. That's just, if they're going to work on something else, it will probably be something else. There's been, follow-up reporting. You can imagine why Sony might not be so keen on a Destiny 3 at this point. It'd be really expensive to make and does not seem like a guarantee, oh, we'll make our money back from that thing like it once would have. Although, probably. I don't know. I think people would be really excited about a Destiny 3. Bungie's in a weird place, guys. What do you make of all this?
Yeah.
groans.
Oh, I mean, it's this weird thing where it seems like the only thing they could do to turn things around is make Destiny 3, and it also feels like it's just not going to happen for a myriad of reasons. Like, you know, it was so expensive to make a game like Destiny, you know, over a decade ago, right? Plus, these days, that's rough.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, especially if you kind of don't have the confidence of the parent company anymore to invest that sort of money in it. How does that happen? It probably doesn't.
It was such an uphill battle with Marathon, that even with something familiar like a new Destiny, I feel like would also have a similar uphill battle for Bungie either way.
I think that for like people like looking at this being like, well, isn't Marathon much smaller than Destiny? Why are they shifting from one to the other? It's like, yeah, they are. I think the writing on the wall would be like they just legitimately plan to really pare down Bungie and shift where it's going in the future. And that's how I read the we're preparing for the new era of Bungie. Like, to me, that says that they are doing something different going forward, something lesser.
Is there any hope that they can just kind of make a game like Halo, a game with a cool campaign and then, you know, matchmaking multiplayer stuff?
I mean, yeah, but like, I mean, so a couple years ago, like the way that would have made sense for a lot of studios was, okay, we could do that, but it takes a lot of money and time to like get people to care about a new IP. So we got to work in an existing IP. And so, well, you can't do that with Destiny, right? Because you need to like have everything that Destiny is. And they've already done Marathon as a different kind of game. So it's like, do they have to go out and get a licensed IP or something like that? And does that sound right for Bungie? Because it doesn't sound right to me.
No, I mean, there was a time where it could have easily just been, hey, I mean, it's from Bungie. That's the IP.
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
there's a little bit of that still.
I would hope
just
so.
like, this is the game that's like Halo from the people who made Halo. Like, maybe people would still be excited. I don't know, but that time might have passed.
It didn't feel like that, like the Bungie name was enough to propel Marathon for at least to an audience that Sony or PlayStation wanted.
And that game is still, like, I would describe it as niche for Bungie. So, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll see. Those layoffs have not happened yet, if they are happening. I've heard that they probably are, and that it's going to be devastating for that studio. That's how it was relayed to me. I don't know.
It feels like the beginning of the end there, man, and I hope not, because it's just... I think about core design a lot. The people who made Tomb Raider, because they made Tomb Raider, and it was a mega hit and made people a lot of money, and the reward for that was to be forced to make Tomb Raider games until eventually they stumbled and made a bad one, and then like the team exploded, right? Like that's video games, baby. Where even a Bungie, which was once king of the world through a series of events, could be at death's door like this.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. It is. Yeah, it can happen to them, and this is the kind of thing that has definitely like scared a lot of other studios off of live service at this point. Because even Bungie can't really make it work forever, and that was the expectation, is that a studio like that could make it work forever. They are the experts. Nintendo reportedly wants 20 million Switch 2 units produced by March 2027. This is worth just pointing out because Nintendo just told investors earlier in May that it only plans to sell around 16 million Switch 2s. So there's a little bit of a gap there. There's probably two things happening. One, they love to be conservative with those estimates so that they can sell more than they said they were going to sell. That's a huge thing that a lot of these companies like to do, Nintendo especially. 4 million, though, or 4-ish million, maybe 3.5 million, still pretty big. I think the expectation is they're going to have some big games that are going to sell a lot of Switch 2s this holiday, even despite the price increase. So, hey, that direct should be happening sometime in June. They probably are going to sell this on the back of Ocarina of Time this holiday. Is that what you guys are thinking, or is there even more in store for that system?
Like
I think so.
Or is that
Zelda
too, like I mean, as far as like a retro remake situation, that's about as big of a name you could do, right?
I think it's
the best reviewed game of all time. Yeah.
There's so much motion with that game and redoing that. I think it's getting you like 70% of the way.
And it reportedly
there
has a huge budget or something like this. Like it's supposed to be
right. I mean,
pretty
the questions are like, what kind of remake are we talking about? What exactly is it going to look like? So, hopefully we see it soon.
I'm expecting, huge remake because they've done the remaster thing before and it was great.
Right.
But the bigger question I have is like, obviously guys like us in our 30s and 40s, this speaks to us. But like, let's say Dib, would this, because Dib has played and loved Breath of the Wild and Tears, right?
Yeah.
Like, would this, like something I'm more, it's not linear, but it's not Breath of the Wild. Do you think this would appeal to Dib?
I think it will because he's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the whole point of doing this, right? Is like, we sold X many Ocarina of Times up to this point, and that is that number is less than the number that we sold of Breath of the Wild. So there's all these new Zelda fans. We need to appeal to them. And so I would imagine that this game is going to try to do its best to position Zelda for those people.
I think you thread that needle a lot. Like, I think there's a way to kind of, with a little smoke and mirrors, just like, this is a brand new Zelda game for you.
Sure.
You under 25 weirdo. Like, it's like,
here's
Hyrule Field could be expanded upon significantly, and Hyrule Field could have a bunch of like things that it didn't initially have,
Yeah.
Here's my question that will solve, or my question that will give me a lot of answers I have about this remake. Will it or will it not have a jump button?
Yeah. Do I press the X button on the Switch, which is in that north position?
Y'all couldn't jump back then?
Jump?
No,
well, you could.
That was like kind of like
you had to run off the edge. Yeah.
That's the difference. There's so many other things. That's the difference between Breath of the Wild and these. Like, there's a jump button.
In my
That says a lot about a game. Yeah.
My gut says yes, they will do that. My gut says yes, just because, again, like if you're trying to connect this bridge, why have that be a legacy weird thing? I don't like, right? Am I crazy? Like,
no, I don't think so.
Because I mean, I don't think they're gonna suddenly turn this game into a Breath of the Wild but there's gonna be some changes. Some, I don't want to say smoothing of edges, but they're gonna smooth some edges.
Can I can I climb the edge of the Deku tree's face?
Right. Can you defile the Deku tree?
Yes. I'm not expecting that level. Yeah. I don't think you're going to have like the climbing meter. I don't think you're going to have the chemistry system.
No.
But like, I think you're going to have a jump button. I think you're going to have like better quest tracking, things like that.
You'll have a climbing meter, but it won't be one that you can upgrade, right? It'll be like a small little, because you could climb it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. The more I think about it and sit with it here, I like you were trying to appeal to all these people who have tore through Breath of the Wild, Tears, and then you're just gonna like leave this legacy thing of design from all those decades ago and just be like, no,
I think they're gonna rework it,
right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be closer to Resident Evil 2 remake than not.
Will this game have a Purra?
They'll come up with an equivalent.
Okay.
Impa was pretty powerful in that game.
They're gonna make Impa hot again.
Yeah, hotter. You mean?
Sorry.
Thank you.
The Twin Rova, that's gonna be wild. Go back to your original question there. I don't think it's just gonna be Ocarina of Time. I think there's something else this holiday as well. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's Smash Brothers or Luigi's Mansion or something more surprising.
Both of those seem very possible to me.
Right. It's not the 3D Mario yet. I don't think it's that, but something else hefty.
I mean, Pokemon is coming next year, right?
That's next year,
next
right?
Year. Got it.
So people they'll sell some Switches based off of that.
My question for y'all, going back to the Ocarina of Time remake or whatever it's going to be, do we think it's going to look like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom?
I could see it.
I think it's gonna,
but I don't.
Yeah, I think it's going to. Might be weird sounding, but almost look more like Twilight Princess, but nicer. Because Twilight Princess is still kind of their North Star for how they think Zelda looks like a lot of time. Like if they're gonna put a picture of Link on some merchandise or something, 90% of the time it's still using that key art from Twilight Princess.
Okay.
So
I think it'll be the most cinematic looking one because this will be the game that they will have nearish when the movie comes out.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Sony announced a June 2nd state of play, talking about announcing games for the rest of this year. Wolverine is leading the show, as in it's going to open the show. That is 60 plus minutes long. They are promising that they're going to talk about a lot of stuff for later this year. They are also partnering with Alamo Drafthouse to air the show there, so people can go to the movie theater and watch this. So that's kind of like
some tendies.
At the very least, that's them saying that this is worthy of going to the movie theater for, which is not
Nicole
something they do
Kidman
for
is going to
state of
be
plays.
there.
Nicole Kidman, yes, this is our
that's where
job
she
or whatever.
goes.
Yeah.
Maria Menounos is going to be there with the newbies.
She would never be allowed in Alamo Drafthouse. I'm sorry.
Someone's
Mike
got
Malloy.
to edit together that Nicole Kidman AMC thing, but instead of like Creed and stuff, it's like Knack.
Yeah.
It's Knack. Or it's me screaming about doggy style.
Yeah. That's the biggest state of play announcement is you screaming doggy style.
Picturing her looking with stars in her eyes. You screaming.
Even heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Where are the condoms?
Will's on it.
So they're opening with Wolverine. What are they closing with, guys?
Venom.
God, they're
They could. They've done that
They
before.
could,
where
huh?
Insomniac
Bib
had-
ribbon.
Okay, Bib Ribbon's your closer
man,
from Dan.
they can't keep depending on Insomniac like this. There's got to be some other games for people. Like what could be teed up here? Sucker Punch just did their
That
thing.
Faye game.
Oh yeah,
God-
the Santa
God of War
Monica thing.
spin-off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. It's probably that, right?
It's probably that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Is
But
it?
I want to get excited for that game, but like just telling me like a game based on Faye, I'm like, well, okay, what does that mean? I guess I don't know. It's weird. I like those God of War games, and yet I'm also a bit over them. Right?
I don't think we need another one of those right now.
Yeah, so I want to see how this looks.
This one's supposed to be very different. Like this is
Right.
supposed to
Okay.
be very different. Yeah,
I wanna
I
see
don't know
how
what that.
it's
I don't know
different.
what that means. Yes, exactly.
It's gonna be like Celeste.
Okay. Oh, hell, I'll play
right.
that. That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, let's bring back something. I know we're not going to see a million revivals at PlayStation. Bring back one of the classic franchises in some way.
All right, you pick it. Here we go. What is it?
Say Sly.
Go.
Please
You
say
have
Sly.
3 seconds.
Say Sly. I love Sly Cooper. Do it for me,
Golly
Mike.
horse.
All right,
I
you
would
get out
do
of him. You didn't answer fast enough.
Okay, damn it. I was going over to me. I don't think it's going to be Sly.
No.
I would expect them to almost go
Jumping
older.
Flash.
I was going to say Jumping Flash. I bet it'll be something more PlayStation 1. Jumping Flash, Grew, maybe Ape Escape. I don't know. But something
I
of
just
that
wonder if it's
era.
like, is it too early? Because like, I think they are shifting to that line of thinking because everyone in the industry is, and by that line of thinking, I mean reusing old properties that you have and like just like diving into that stuff, doing what Capcom's done. And Sony has enough IP to make that work. But it's like they were just doing the live service thing very hard. That was like the big initiative. They clearly are backing off of that because everyone else is again. But they closed Blue Point. I just don't. It does like.
Yeah.
Why close Blue Point in this moment when you kind of need them the most?
Right.
'Cause It's hard to think that there's probably going to be any type of remake or remaster or going back to the well when who would they get to do it?
Yeah. It doesn't. It's,
and
it's tough.
not just Blue Point, but like, the other studios out there, like Iron Galaxy has been contracted out to help them out with a bunch of this stuff before.
Right.
It seems like
Bob's working for Xbox right now, so it's not
Is
them.
Is it too early to announce what Asobi is working on? Team the
It maybe
Astrobot
not,
people?
but like you
Yeah.
would think it's just going to be Astrobot 2, and that maybe
Sure.
that's one more year from being announced, or maybe like maybe they're making a platformer based off one of the old franchises. Maybe I'm trying to think like what they're going to make a Jack and Daxter. I think that'd be awesome. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if Naughty Dog
I don't
would
need that.
even allow it. I would
I'm
like
just
that,
thinking,
man.
we were
love
half
a Jack and
joking,
Daxter.
like the chat half joking about Jumping Flash earlier. Can you imagine how much more excited we would have been about the PSVR 2 if the launch game was just
one
that
Jumping
would actually
Flash
be
game.
good for VR.
God.
Yeah.
You guys, Jumping Flash 2 rules, guys. Chat. Maybe you
Jumping
don't know.
Flash is
You weren't
great.
there. So good. Better first person shooter than GoldenEye.
That's a stupid thing to say, Mike.
I've been one other question I've been asking people about this state of play. Does Halo Combat or Campaign Evolved, the game that is coming to PlayStation 5 later this year, show up in this state of play?
Should, or if it's coming this year, right?
Well, it's just so weird because
Yeah, but does Microsoft
there's this
put it
weird
in there?
flip flop where for most of our
Oh,
lives,
oh.
the answer was absolutely. What are you talking about? That would never even happen. To well, it's coming, and of course, it's going to be at the state of play. To now, where the direction of the new leadership at Xbox is clearly we want to make this feel like a special platform again. They can't not make the game for PlayStation anymore. They already said that's happening. I think they already took pre-orders, but I wonder how much they really want to advertise that fact. Maybe that deal was already in place and they have to. So it could show up here, but also it could not. I don't think they want to emphasize the PlayStation 5 version of this game anymore.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be in there just because, like you said, like maybe that deal's already done. That's my sense. Like, this is probably already inked in stone or whatever. That's not how ink in stone works. But we'll see. We're going to see here in a couple of days, next weekish. Yeah, we'll find out soon. Hey, it's Grand Theft Auto 6 release day, everybody. It's here. It came out May 26, 2026, just like they always said. Oh, shit. Never mind. It got delayed. So really bringing it up as a reminder of Strauss Zelnick was talking about this game again, like he's paid to do. And he reiterated in the most recent financial report, talking to investors, this game is coming November 19th. Really seems like that's happening this time. They also started talking a little bit about when marketing is going to start. And he said over the summer, people are like asking, hey, does that mean Summer Game Fest? And I've heard July, so I would expect no. So we'll probably see a new trailer in July. And then it's kind of off to the races. This game really does feel like it's here.
Grubb, would you say this is almost definitely going to be the biggest game launch of all time?
I mean, I think it's going to be, if not the biggest entertainment launch, like the second biggest entertainment launch.
What is number one right now?
Do you want to guess? I think some of you might
Kinect.
know. Oh, like this is across all entertainment, Dan. Across all entertainment.
Didn't this get usurped recently?
I remember. It's a weird one, right?
It's a weird.
Is it
one,
a game?
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
It's a tabletop game.
Oh,
no, it's a special.
Final Fantasy VII Magic the Gathering.
Final Fantasy VII Magic the Gathering made something like $2 billion in like an hour or some shit like that. Yeah, it was
cool.
Yep. So I think it'll be bigger than that.
Dad? Huh? Yeah, but what about, I see your mouth on the draw on the floor. There's no GoldenEye Magic the Gathering. No one gives a shit.
He's right.
Yeah, but Grubb, what about real games? What's the biggest one?
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, in that case, of course, yeah. It's going to be Grand Theft Auto 6 here pretty soon.
What is the existing one? What is the biggest one right now?
For video games, I probably is like Red Dead Redemption 2 or something like that. It's going to be,
GTA 5.
It's GTA 5 before
one of the Call of Duties. I don't know.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe like Modern Warfare 2 would be my guess as far as the biggest COD,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be GTA 6. That game is like, they're expecting to sell basically like 20 to 25 million copies. Analysts are expecting them to do that in a day, like one day, which is like, Tears of the Kingdom basically raced to 20 million in a week or something like that. This will be much bigger than that. Ubisoft says new Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Ghost Recon, and a playable generative AI experience are in development. Ubisoft has done a bunch of boneheaded things recently. They are going to be going for hey, we're doing the same thing over again, and then we're going to have a Gen AI game.
Fuck off.
What do they even mean by that? What does that mean?
I mean, these are the people that did stick with their NFT game far longer than everyone else.
What about Quartz?
What about Quartz is what the kids are saying. Hey, show me your quartz, and I say, get out of my home.
It would just be so appropriate if a Gen AI game is the thing that finally takes down Ubisoft.
No. You know what's gonna happen is finally we can finish Beyond Good and Evil 2 because Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he couldn't generate enough assets, so now they're just gonna get AI to generate the game.
It's insane that I still think this Gen AI game is going to come out before Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh, I think it will. Yes,
right.
Yeah,
God,
but I mean,
that game I canceled. Jesus.
And then Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Ghost Recon. It is going back playing the hits again. Ubisoft not really changing things up too much. So, I mean, look, if you make good versions of those games, I expect them to do pretty well. Those have all been pretty mainstream hits, especially Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. But I get the sense that when those ones are like pretty good, not just mediocre, but pretty good, it is easy for a lot of people to tune those out. So I just don't know how these are going to change Ubisoft's fate. Okay, this next one got me pretty excited. New ratings out of Korea, which is South Korea's had their ratings board leak a lot of games recently. And when they do, usually they're coming pretty soon. Persona 4 Revival did get rated. So that's a pretty good sign that that's going to be happening soon.
No, I
which think-
counterpicked that in Fantasy Critic. It's not coming out this year.
I was literally going to say, and I think we all pretty much expected that to be the case, except for Mike. And then Lego Skylines. You
What
guys have an
is-
idea what that might be?
Is this like
You
a
wanna
Sim City?
You wanna-
Yes, City Builder.
It's City Skylines. It's from
Yeah, that makes
Paradox.
sense. That makes
Lego
sense.
Skylines. With, yeah,
Ooh.
that's
That makes
such
a
good
lot of
idea.
sense.
I mean, to me, it's like that's way more appealing. Something about like,
Sure.
oh, piecing the Legos together for a city. That just
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay, I want to play that real bad. So I get the sense for both of these. We'll be getting on the other side of Summer Game Fest with dates, and I bet both of them are not that far off. You know, maybe
I
this
mean,
holiday.
Yeah,
but-
Fantasy Critic aside, I liked Persona 4 Golden a ton.
Yeah.
Still one of my favorite RPGs. So I'm very excited to see what the remake looks like.
Yeah, I bought a Vita several years too late just so I could play Persona 4 Golden handheld. Ugh,
Oh God, it's a yeah.
great game.
Yeah, it
Also,
was a good like summer just working my way through that game on my Vita. Good times.
Vita, man, that shit slapped.
It means
I love
life,
my
I think.
Vita, man.
No.
But Dan, all the visual novels you could have played. What
All the
what's your-
visual novels and
Right.
RPGs were on there, Dan.
Using it as an
PSP and
MP3
Vita were
player.
both bad. They were both bad. Twisted Metal Head On was pretty good. Luminous.
Dungeons and Dragons game from Star Wars Jedi director has been canceled by Hasbro. I'm mostly including this because Stig Asmussen made one of the best games of all time, a couple of the best games of all time. Titanfall 2 definitely is. I'm sorry, he was the Star Wars Jedi director guy. Those are pretty good
God of War
games. but
3.
God of
Yeah.
War 3, which is I really do love God of War
It's a great
3.
one.
It was just
Great
a
one.
fun game. This one is maybe more interesting because we just got done talking for like a half an hour about how good James Bond is. And I think that game is in the pantheon with like Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order and Indiana Jones and a bunch of games like that of like, oh, these licensed games from established studios doing their thing and maybe like putting a little extra oomph because they got an IP to go along with it just makes a lot of sense. And Dungeons and Dragons and Hasbro just couldn't make that make sense here, which seems like, I don't know, dropping the ball.
It's just weird how, they had this mega hit with Baldur's Gate 3 and
Yeah.
somehow they managed to turn that into negative momentum for Dungeons and Dragons games.
Yeah,
Yes,
and when you look at sorry, Grubb, but like how much D&D has taken over the YouTube space. There's like gigantic companies now built on the back of just D&D campaigns. That movie wasn't half bad either.
That movie's fun. I like it a lot.
It's
Oh, it was fun. Was there a character growth? There probably was actually a
There
lot
was
of
a ton.
character
There was
growth.
a ton, absolutely.
Really?
Whole point, yeah.
all sorts of it.
it's surprising that I just couldn't make it work for a game.
Yep. It's and it's like, to me, this just makes a ton of sense. You can see how this game would work, and it could fill in like the constellation of different kinds of Dungeons and Dragons games separate from Baldur's Gate 3. But all right, they're not going to make it. Couple more stories here. Crazy Taxi is back. They're teasing Crazy Taxi at the very least. Them being Sega. Basically, it was a social media post with the taxi sign turning on. They have previously said they're going back to Crazy Taxi, but then, recently they were talking about, oh, we're canceling our super game. And everyone thought, wasn't that Crazy Taxi? No, that's something separate. In fact, they're teasing it. Feels like they're setting something up for Summer Game Fest. Man, I wonder what this game is going to be like. I kind of want something that's like, hey, what if Crazy Taxi took over the world of like Forza Horizon?
There's got to be some kind of open world element to it for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's a great idea.
Where you definitely like can start the kind of timer and you get into these sessions of playing Crazy Taxi, but there's other things to do aside from that. And I think it's going to be pretty clear how you can expand this game, and I hope they figure that out. It's exciting. I want Crazy Taxi to be back. It's incredible that it is going to be back at all. I'm so excited.
Guys,
for
I
this.
actually have news on what the super game was that Sega was
shit.
planning.
Don't.
It was Vector Man 3.
Oh, shit, okay. The
yeah.
super game.
Yeah.
They've been working on it ever.
man.
They never canceled it for the PS2. They've been working
No.
on it this entire
Hell
time.
yeah.
100%. Yep.
I'm opening up Kalshi, and I'm gonna bet that when Crazy Taxi gets announced, it is announced with an Offspring song. Do they
better
just
be.
You have to, right?
do they
the
just
song.
like is it black and you just hear yeah?
People
And
just
then-
pop immediately. Yeah,
Right.
that'd be great. Yes.
Yeah, you lead with
You
it
just do
for
that.
sure.
Yes.
Come on, that would be
So
that'd be
it's
good
so
stuff.
freaking good.
What's Baki? Is that an anime?
Okay,
don't
thank
know.
God.
I don't know either.
You're all making me feel so much better because I was
Okay.
watching Combo Breaker, and it was I was actually watching Maximilian Dude's a very popular fighting game like streamer, content creator, and he was reacting to the Tekken reveal for their last character, and it was like, who could it be? Is it going to be a guest character? And it was this character from something called Baki, and
Yujiro Hanma.
yeah, and he was like, this is huge. And the chat was like, this is incredible. And I think at one point he was like, it's not quite like getting a JoJo, but boy, it's almost there. And I'm like, I feel like a crazy person. I've never heard of this character. I've never heard of this anime/manga. So yeah, like
He does look like a Tekken character, though. He does.
He already looks like
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not an anime expert, but I kind of know the greatest hits
I know
around
some.
and stuff. Yeah. Never heard of Baki.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just
Yeah, no.
it's just like JoJo has just come up to me in casual conversation,
Yeah.
despite the fact I've never seen it about 10,000 times, right? So like these things can break containment in a way that Baki is just not broken containment. Which I bet it's very good. It's not a thing
Sure.
about its quality, but I was just like, is this as mainstream as the anime fans think it is? I guess it's just my question.
If only we
This
had
guy's
an
face is gnarly.
if only we had
A
an
lot of
anime
striation, pal.
podcast that Jeff Bakalar was on that he could lead, and then we could call this subseason Baki-lar.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
my
right
first
there.
thought too, Jan.
Yeah.
Mm.
One day. We'll see if that's possible. Who knows? I don't think so. Scientists are still unsure. Okay. Well, that's a guest character in Tekken. That's why we brought it up.
Cool.
There's a bunch of guest characters coming, I think, but that's the one people seem to be the most excited about. Okay. That does it for the news. I'm handing this show back over to you, Jan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff Grubb. And folks, we're going to take another quick bricky break, and we will be back with the emails, another installment of Grubb Guesser, and YouTube Super Chats, if we have any. We'll see you right after this. These are the emails for the show. Emails. But before we get to emails, if you're listening to the podcast on perhaps an app, you are not a premium member or a YouTube member, you may notice a weird influx of ads that we do not support. And I just want to give the floor to Jeff Bakalar.
Whoa, you're making it sound like I'm the one putting in the nefarious
Bakalar struck
ads,
some
Jan.
deals,
What-
brother. Here we go.
No,
Whoa.
you said to toss to you, so I'm tossing to you.
Oh my God, how do
Captain
I follow
Ads,
that
Jeff
up?
Bakalar.
So yeah, pretty, this is I just think it's helpful to peek behind the curtain every now and then to sort of explain what our podcast advertisement situation is. The vast majority of our ads are automatically programmed into our shows. We don't get to see them or approve of them beforehand. Obviously, the ones that we're speaking in, we have approval over. But I think this is just helpful to peek behind the curtain and for people to realize, like, we are not saying yes to these types of nefarious categories. We opt out, right? And our partner that publishes our podcast and hosts our podcast, we work with them to say, hey, we don't want X, Y, Z categories being advertised on our shows. And that's the sentiment for a lot of podcasts in and around our orbit. So it's not
And different
uncommon.
platforms too. I've seen it everywhere.
Yeah,
I've been. It's just
unfortunately, it is this sort of whack-a-mole situation. Now, I will say this: our podcast partner does a pretty good job at responding to this kind of criticism and these comments, and they are relatively good at stamping them out. Don't forget, when you get an ad, right? Like, there's so many other things that go into the calculation of like how you receive that ad. It depends on like where you are in the world, where you are in the country, even sometimes some like personal demographics. Yeah, like the platform. Like, there's just a lot that goes into it.
Mine thinks I speak Spanish. I get so many Spanish speaking ads. My homie, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's yeah. So obviously, it's a very imperfect system, but it is the system. And they're really, the podcast ads have changed a tremendous amount in the last decade, as I'm sure you're all aware of. So yeah, I think it's just helpful to hear that. I think, if you are getting an ad during one of our shows, let us know. And the best thing you can do is tell us which show, where you are in the world. I don't need your address, just maybe like your general locale. and what date and what show, and we can send that feedback along to our publisher, and we can sort of track it down. The way again, more inside baseball, but the way these people get their ads through the censors is they mislabel their ad. So the heroin company that's advertising that they're marking their advertisement as like a health food drink or whatever it is. Like,
just get these poppy seeds. We'll do some extra things to them, but
And so we'll have the filters saying like we don't want heroin ads, but it's like if it doesn't see it as a heroin ad, you hear the heroin ad.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I just got a DM from Chuck who says you can send this to support@giantbomb.com. That'll also help expedite it. So yeah, that's all it is. I just want to be able to explain to people like how this works. It's it is helpful to get that feedback, but no, chat, there really isn't a heroin company out there. That was just a silly example.
It's usually like political stuff that tags itself as not political, or just pro-life stuff, or just like don't tag it as such. There's nothing any one platform can necessarily do about it from what we've seen. But
it's gonna be whack-a-mole. Yep.
Yeah,
so that would just tell us support@giantbomb.com.
Yep. Thank you.
There you go,
Mr. Bakalar, for explaining to the folks at home. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is another email address you can send emails to, write in about any and everything. I say this every single week for the last couple months, but thank you so much for everyone for writing emails in. We get a ton of them. And apologies if your email does not make it onto the show. First email comes from Andrew from the Compendium of Arts. Hello, Emmy having email checker Jan. Hand waving emoji. Mike Minotti is still using a very old IKEA desk. He even bought a new desk to replace the old one. Yet Mike has not assembled a new desk. Is it laziness? Is it an emotional attachment to the old way of life? Whatever the reason, can we get a video of Mike assembling the new desk and potentially Grubb destroying the old desk with a wood chipper? Much love, Andrew from the Compendium.
He loves this desk.
Yeah. Well, so bad news. I finally gave up the new desk to my brother. Yeah, well, I gave it to my brother. He put it together for one of his kids because she was getting a computer.
When did you buy it?
A few years ago, I think.
So
I had
several years it sat at your house in a box.
It sat in this room in a box. Yeah. Look, I was kind of pressured into buying that desk. I like this desk. I'm comfortable on this desk, and my brother's like, that desk is so old. You need a better desk. You don't even have enough room to move your mouse. And I'm like, it feels good to me. But whatever. There's like a desk. It's cheap. I bought it. It got here, and I was like, here's my issue. It's not
how are you bullied? Can you unpack that?
Okay, bullies maybe a strong word. But I was pressured.
Yeah, how are you pressured? Well, let's use that word.
Because they kept mocking my desk. They kept saying I should do it. I should get a new desk, so I did it. And then I just never really wanted to put together because I'm fine. That's the issue. It's not emotional attachment. If the thing is working for me and I am currently happy, it's kind of hard for me to be like, I should spend time and effort changing this situation. And if it means like putting a desk together, yeah, I spent the money and then it got here. And it wasn't much. It was a pretty cheap desk. And I was like, I don't really want this desk. I don't know. It's just not happening. I'm not putting it together.
I want to see pictures of your current desk at some point.
It's a mess right now. It's an old IKEA desk that I got before I went to college.
Oh my God, that's a buy it for life, I think.
It used to have a whole top section too with like stuff there that I removed so that modern display monitors can fit on it now, right?
Sure.
Is it like a heavy boy?
It's not like insanely heavy, but it's sturdy for sure. It's got the rollout keyboard thing, which I think most desks don't really bother with anymore, and I like my rollout keyboard situation.
That is just ear. More, I can't hear
it's
that.
It's got storage for all of his favorite cassette tapes.
It does have a drawer here. I don't even know what's in this drawer anymore.
Keyboard tray.
There's probably shit.
I think a keyboard tray is hot, Mike.
I like the keyboard tray.
I feel like a keyboard tray probably be more ergonomic.
Look at all the useful stuff that I have in this thing, like this old iPhone. What the hell is it doing in this drawer? That's interesting.
He's just an innocent man, guys. Come on.
No, this is very Paul Reichert here. Yeah.
Oh, cool! You got some CD-ROMs in there.
You got some free hours for AOL.
For a Canon
Who among us cannot
thing.
just pull out Mass Effect addressed to Dean Takahashi at Venture Beat for an Xbox One dev kit?
All right,
Who among us, right?
Let's play this game. Most random thing within arm's reach on your desk, on or around your desk.
I got 12 months of Xbox Game Pass here. There's MacGruber. Oh, I mean, my go-to is always my Raptor Claw bottle opener.
Okay, Jeff Bakalar has a
Oh,
bottle
this
of
is a good one,
isopropyl
actually.
alcohol.
Here's my replica of the door knocker from the Muppets Christmas Carol.
That
Well,
just
that's
looks like
good.
truck balls.
That's not surprising at all. Yeah.
Yeah,
It does look like truck nuts.
Got that. I got all sorts of goodies around here.
Let's see.
Here's my memorabilia of the largest entertainment launch in media history, the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards.
I just have shroom chocolates. That's the craziest thing, I guess.
Room chocolates, really?
Yeah.
I found my fidget spinner. Thank God. I need to fidget.
Yeah, thank God.
All right. Well, moving along. Eric from Massachusetts writes in, gang, what is the longest game set in your gaming queue that you ended up loving? Not necessarily an old game that you decided to play. I have a tendency to not play games because I'm afraid I won't finish it. I bought Tales of Iron just after it came out in 2021. I kept saying I'll play it that next, but Game Pass and Zeitgeist, I just kept picking something else. I played it recently and I ended up loving it. Wonderful little 2D action game. Eric from Massachusetts.
Meaning to do another playthrough of Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana.
Sure.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, another
It's been a
one.
minute
Dan,
since
it's
you
already
have.
been 4 or so, right?
I know, but once I
Can't
get
get
I'm going to do
enough.
it again. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot. It's like, there's so many games that I got a code for forever ago or bought on like a Steam sale way back when. And then finally it's like, finally going to play the Outer Wilds because of a punishment or something. And then, finally played. And it's awesome. So I'm doing this sort of thing quite a lot. I'll even, recently when I brought the N64 out not too long ago, I found my copy of Mischief Makers back in the day and I had a save file on like the second to
That's
last
right.
boss. And I just like picked it up and it was so weird because I couldn't beat this boss back then. And I picked it up and I immediately just beat that boss. Like, this isn't that hard. It's weird being a kid and being dumb, I guess.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was weird. Like, I finished that save file and like that game like has you write down your age on the save file too. So it's this really weird thing. It was like, Mike, age 10, beat the game. I was like, man.
That's
it was
crazy.
like a weird baton pass across like generations of myself.
Right, your body is completely regenerated several times. All your cells, like you're not that same person anymore. That's weird. Rygar for the NES last summer. Yeah, I was like, I always loved the idea of Rygar, and then the Rygar game came out and got really good reviews for, was it PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's time, I got to play that now. But first, I want to go back and play the original Rygar. Never did that until last summer vacation. I took some time off around July 4th and was kind of on the beach, mostly hanging out. And then when we had a couple minutes here or there, I just played on NSO, and that game really lived up to expectations. It's really quite a good NES game.
I feel like I should do Rondo of Blood at some point.
Oh God, Rondo of Blood's amazing.
I think that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Okie dokie. Next email comes from Tom from London, and this we were talking about Destiny earlier. Hi, Bomb Crew. Sad times with the end of live service updates for Destiny 2. Some of my greatest gaming memories spawned from that game, including raids, dungeons, surprise exotic missions, puzzles, and amazing lore and characters. Hopefully Sony and Bungie can figure out a way to develop Destiny 3 one day. The market conditions are tough, but a Destiny 3 could be huge. Marathon is awesome, but it's not the scale and scope of Destiny 2. Maybe it will become huge in time. It certainly has the sci-fi lore and gameplay potential. We'll see what Season 2 brings. Just wanted to share for all the Guardians out there going through it right now. It's a rough one because there's nothing out just like Destiny 2 with its combination of PvE and PvP. Make sure to turn up for the going away party in the tower with the final update release on the 9th of June. Spread the good word. Eyes up, Guardians. Tom from London, UK.
Yeah, it's sad because it makes you wonder in general what's like the state of these kind of MMO style games where you are making these massive worlds with all of this content and all this variety of content, and it's still a gamble. Or you could gamble by making a live service game that generally has a smaller scope and is maybe focusing on one game mode and just is generally fewer assets, right? It's kind of the same pull of the lever on the slot machine, just the one is going to be probably easier to make.
All right. Moving on along, two quick emails here. Hey, Malo's almost done. Or I mean, celebrating the month of May. We're always going to be celebrating Malo.
I'm going to get to change my Malo soon. See what the new picture is.
Well, I'm excited for you.
Oh, I'm so excited. We'll be able to see
Big
that next
moment.
week. There is, in fact, an actor named Malo. Malo McCaslin is an inactive actress who was once married to Willie Ames of Charles in Charge and Bible Man fame. Malo starred with Willie in Bible Man. All right, cool.
Okay.
Wow.
Good for them.
More you know.
We were talking about dogs French kissing last week on some show. I don't remember which.
That's right. That was where the doggy style thing came from.
Oh, okay. Hey, Bombers. On the subject of dogs French kissing, there's a city in Erenhot, Inner Mongolia, China, where there are two giant dinosaur statues crossing the highway and tonguing each other. Google Erenhot dinosaurs. All right. Okay. This email, everyone buckle up. All right. Everyone buckle up for this one. I didn't write the emailer's name. I'll get that after the discussion.
Oh, these dinosaurs are just straight up kissing. Okay.
Yeah, this is dope.
Yeah.
This email comes in. I would like to present to Dan the following hypothesis. The Game Boy is a better and more important platform than the N64. Yes, the N64 may have Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, and GoldenEye, but outside of a tiny handful of other games, the library basically ends there. However, Tetris was a cultural moment all by itself, even outside of traditional gamers. Pokemon continues to print infinite money to this day. It had mainline Zelda and Metroid games. Kirby is still big with the kids. Heck, the Game Boy gave us both Picross and Wario. I won't even get into unit sales for consoles or top-selling games, as the answer is already obvious.
Yeah.
Not only that, as the first truly successful handheld console, the Game Boy eventually birthed the Nintendo DS and now the Switch. There's no need to worry if the N64 compares to the PC if it isn't even clearing the Game Boy. Much love to everyone on the show. You are all my Game Boys.
Appreciate how emailer also described it as the more important platform,
Yeah.
which is the truth, without a doubt. I
It
don't
is-
even.
It's
Yeah.
more successful. It is more important to like the way people played games at that time. When I think
That's
about like importance a little bit though, I am thinking like what effect did it have? Like did it have on games after that? And it's like a lot of the best Game Boy games were great because they were like portable versions of things that existed, and they did a really good job of that. And like even Pokemon, it's like there's still a lot of stuff that goes long past beyond Game Boy. N64 was solving 3D games in a way that is still applicable today. I was just saying the other day how Forza Horizon 6 was reminding me so much of Wave Race, and that's not just something I'm saying. It's like I see that in the DNA, and a lot of that stuff was like solved in those first couple of years on the N64. And in a lot of ways, more so than it was even happening on PlayStation, where PlayStation was like definitely had way more games. But some of those early 3D camera problems were being solved on N64 first. And I don't know. To me, the legacy there is worth remembering. And at the same time, I would still say Game Boy is more important.
I am, if nothing else, a reasonable man.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. Game Boy doesn't get the credit for Tetris. Okay, it was
I
maybe the
think
most
it's a good amount of
iconic.
credit.
It was maybe the most iconic version of Tetris, but we can't just be like, "Oh, Tetris equals Game Boy." The success of Tetris is thrown onto the Game Boy. Like that's no. Tetris is going to be a phenomenon no matter what.
Yeah.
Pokemon doesn't matter. So
Well.
I think the importance here is the handheld gaming thing. I think handheld gaming did exist technically before. Like, I mean, there were like the little like tiger, not they wasn't tiger, but the little football things from the 70s and all that stuff. They sucked though before the Game Boy. So I will say in terms of overall importance to the industry, I can see the argument for the Game Boy winning in terms of just being like the first big handheld platform with a full gaming library of its own. But Grubb what he said about like figuring out 3D gaming in a way that still super matters. Z targeting, stuff like that. Mario 64 Ocarina, you can't discount that. You can't discount the. I was going to say the 4-player local thing. It's like, well, that's actually not really that big. At the time,
it was very important in that moment. It's why the N64 is so important to me for sure. Yeah, but it's not a legacy.
Also, I hate so much more than anything. The GoldenEye discourse over the last week or so, I saw someone talk about how great the couch co-op in GoldenEye was. There's no couch co-op. Co-op means cooperative. Jesus. God, I hate that.
Maybe you're sitting on one couch and you're holding one controller. That's cooperative.
You're not. It had local multiplayer. That was not couch co-op.
Look, Dan, to me, that's cinema, bud.
Yeah. No, I get the argument for the Game Boy being more important overall. Look.
You know what? They're both important. That's fine. You know what I'm mad about now?
GoldenEye is better than anything on the Game Boy, certainly.
Okay, so this is related to what I'm mad about because I just saw somebody do a list of the best rated James Bond video games, and Jeff, you're just talking about Ocarina of Time being the highest rated game ever. You know what GoldenEye's average Metacritic score? This is older times. It was based off of 21 people. You know what its average score is?
No idea, actually.
A 96.
Interesting.
I mean, you gotta people weren't doing first person couch co-op multiplayer gaming back then, and that was a revelation. And to people in gaming, working on gaming magazines that were doing those reviews, spending all night for a month doing that over and over, that was life changing.
Yeah, man.
If you don't appreciate GoldenEye, might I recommend being 13 in 1997?
I'm going to try it.
You should try that before you speak about it.
You should try being 10 and having your 13-year-old brother and his friends make you play it with them while they bully you during it the entire time. your perception of GoldenEye might also change.
You have younger sisters and you beat them at it.
So. Maybe I would have had more fun that way.
Yeah.
All right, a couple quickie emails before we move on to the podcast within the podcast. This comes from Tim from Baldwin. What is MO?
Missouri.
Okay.
It's bad.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it.
It's MO with you.
Trust me.
Hello. I just got a pool table and I like it a lot. Y'all fuck with pool? Thanks. Tim from Baldwin.
Sure.
Yes.
I've never been good at it. I like it a lot.
I'm kind of there too. I'm not good at it, but I like every time I'm playing it. I'm like, I enjoy what I'm doing right now, especially if it's just in some dive bar or something with some friends and some beers. That's just a good time.
It's a sexy. It's a sexy game.
Yeah.
My grandpa had a pool table, like a nice one, and we used to play down there as kids. And then when he passed, my dad had it, so it was in my house for a bit. So I was decent at pool at one point. I think it's in pieces right now. My dad hasn't put back together since he moved. So
they're tough to get rid of.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, they're big.
Like
this is an old, nice, hefty pool table. It's cool as hell. I love it.
Yeah,
even still, going to a bar playing pool is a good time. I wish I was good at it again. I do enjoy pool.
All right. Last email of the show comes from Michael M. in Seattle. Hey, dudes. I just saw a guy doing LED nunchucks in the park at night by himself.
Oh, yeah.
What is the coolest LED thing you could wield in a park at night? Michael M. in Seattle. Nunchucks.
Dildo?
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah.
Dildo nunchucks.
If it was just
Nipple
a finger gloves thing, that'd be cool too. I like
Nipple
those.
tassels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are there LED? What are your sticks called?
Devil sticks? Oh, I will.
Yeah.
If there are, I'm ordering
There must
them.
be.
Yeah, there has
Hacky
to be.
sack.
Yeah.
They're really just everywhere in everything. I mean,
Jeez.
every new car looks like a gaming PC now.
It was within our lifetimes where it's like we're never going to be able to figure out blue LEDs. Like that was
That was a huge deal.
It was a huge scientific breakthrough when the guy actually figured that out. I read that story recently. The guy in Japan, but now it's everywhere, and and they cost like half a penny to make one.
Yeah, and
It's
and to
surprising
power
that-
them, it's pretty low cost. Yeah. Dan?
There's so much 90s nostalgia stuff over a long period of time now, and we never brought back the lights in the shoes. Every time you step.
No,
that was a thing.
no, my kids definitely have a
you
pair of
you
those.
just have never met anyone under
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
Oh,
not
are they
Anything.
like currently a thing?
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
no thing.
100%.
No,
Really?
if you mean we haven't made those for adults and we're slipping there,
No, I mean,
agree.
I have not
agree.
I have
You
not
don't know
seen
any
shoes with,
children.
I haven't seen shoes with lights in them since like 1992.
Yeah, they
I saw
never
one
went away.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
they're everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jeez.
they're everywhere.
They should make those for adults though. I like that. Put on my
Yes.
my comfy slip-ons, right? Like my
your-
beige slip-ons. Just put some lights
Ooh,
on them.
give me some LED Uggs. That hit.
How about the pumps? Are the
Yeah.
pumps back?
I don't know. I don't
They're
know if the
around.
pumps are.
I
Are
think
they?
there's
Okay.
a hockey skate with the Rudy Bach pump in it too.
Oh my
That's
god,
cool.
cool.
All right.
Huh.
Yeah,
I had no
the
idea they were
Uggs are tremendously popular
Again.
with kids,
Yeah.
and just like even like Dib's got a pair. Like the slippers.
Yep.
The slippers. All you see like 15 kids come into a locker, a hockey room. A hockey locker room, and they all just pop off their Uggs. I'm like, what is this? What am I looking at here? I don't know. That's the
It's
thing.
like the shoe that used to be like the generic white girl
Yes.
college
Yeah.
shoe. That's for
Yeah, but
kids like
those-
those now.
Those are like the boots. These are the
There's a bunch
you know,
of
the
different Uggs,
slippers.
Little
Yeah.
booties.
Yeah, okay, so-
Yeah.
little booties. Yeah.
All right, folks, that about does it for emails. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. Thank you, everyone, for writing in, and apologies if your email does not make it into the show. Keep writing in, gang. Jeff Grubb, what time is it?
It's time for the podcast within a podcast, everybody. Welcome to the latest episode of Grubb Guesser. Hide the children. This one's going to get a little spicy.
Close the chat. Close the chat.
Close chat.
Sega Saturn. It's for Sega Saturn.
Oh, if it's that one, brother. I know exactly what you're talking
This
about.
first one, again, this one is a little bit infamous. You guys might get it right away. It is from an issue of Playboy magazine.
What?
And for audio listeners, there is a man without any clothes on.
I can't even
And-
see this.
I know it's hard to see. I apologize, but that's the ad. There is a reason that I am censoring his crotch area. Now, typically I censor things that might give it away. This time I'm censoring it because, look, it's not a penis, but it's a thumb made to look like a penis.
Oh,
I cannot.
He's got a thumb where his
see
penis
what
should
this
be.
is.
is this
Ew.
like is this for a peripheral?
Is it the
this is-
one-handed RPG controller for PS1?
This is not for a peripheral. This is not for the one-handed JRPG controller for PS1.
This is my favorite. Like I believe you, but I'm so curious. Like, how could this be easy to get? Because
This was infamous. That's why. Because it was
Okay,
like
that's why.
people talked about it at the time. I did not remember it. So okay, I'm
What is-
glad you guys
Okay,
didn't
it
remember.
was
What
in-
does it say?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
what does it say in the top right? Playboy what?
Playboy.
This is Playboy Forever, I think.
Okay, if it was in
Okay.
Playboy,
And again, for audio listeners, it is like he is just a very muscly nude man, and that's kind of all they have to go on.
Well, just his abs.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he's not wearing pants either.
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah,
I mean,
He's got like a
his
jacket.
stuff's out. His stuff's out in the ad.
Does he have balls?
You don't see the balls because the balls are hanging between the legs, but you do see the thumb. Again, it's his thumb it's a thumb instead of a penis.
But he's like tucking the balls between the thighs?
They're like hanging below. Like he's not like
Are the balls
presenting them
visible?
for you? He's not like holding them up. They're like
I think
falling
we're guessing
between.
the wrong things here.
Yeah, I think we gotta get Dan.
Is this an ad for a video game?
I mean, no, not really. No, I mean, yes, for video game related stuff.
Oh,
Is it for a specific console?
Is it? Yeah. Is this for?
Basically,
you gotta do
yes.
better. You gotta do better here.
Is this for a Game Boy?
This
Nah.
is not for
This
Game
is-
Boy. Although there was some
Nintendo's
spicy
not doing
Game Boy,
this.
but this is a little bit too spicy for Nintendo.
I think is this a PlayStation ad?
This is a PlayStation ad.
Oh,
I'm gonna send you guys the uncensored one.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, oh dear is right. I swear it's a thumb. I'm not sending inappropriate. Well, I mean it's inappropriate. It absolutely
Jesus!
is.
Oh,
Jesus,
my
yes.
God. That's more graphic than I expected.
Exactly.
For PS3? That's just
Yeah.
a dick.
Yeah,
oh, wait
yeah,
a
that is
minute.
PlayStation. Yeah,
They made his dick a thumb because
They made
it's like you're playing video games.
right, 'cause
Right,
you're playing video
yes.
games. Right. He's erect for games, but he's gonna use that to play. Okay.
I'm
I'm
not-
This is one of the strangest ads.
This
I've ever
is
That's really weird.
insane, dude.
Also,
Yeah.
this was in Playboy? Like, Playboy didn't have dicks?
This isn't a
but
dick.
That's not a dick. It's a thumb.
It's a
True,
thumb.
it's not a dick, yeah.
Round
Playboy
two of
Playboy
Grubb
should've had-
Guesser.
Are there
You-
dicks?
You have a theme with this.
Yes.
this
Rayman!
week.
Yeah,
This is
That's
Rayman!
Rayman!
This is Rayman!
Rayman's taking a leak!
This one.
Rayman's
why do you all
pissing!
know this?
This is Rayman.
Rayman's
This is
pissing.
Rayman 3. Hoodlums. The Hoodlums is the Hoodlums.
Hoodlum Havoc! Hoodlum Havoc!
Exactly. It's the Hoodlum Havoc.
What's the deal with Rayman's dick? Like, is it separated from the body?
separated, yeah.
Right, yeah,
it floats
okay.
out in front of
Yeah,
him.
he
Yeah.
actually
Puts it
makes
in his
sex
pocket.
very difficult.
That is
Or-
Rayman 3. Yes,
Where
well
are the
done, guys.
Hoodlums?
Wait a second. I don't want to think about Rayman's absent dick, invisible
At least
dick.
it's not a thumb. All right.
Look at this.
We
This,
don't
this
know.
tagline is so good. No arms, no legs, huge features.
It's
Yep.
just like, oh yeah, Rayman's got a big dick. Crash Bandicoot fucks a lot. Like, this is weird.
And this was in what magazine was this in? Any of them or like
This
what
This
was
was
it?
in a lot.
This is in a
All of them?
bunch of magazines.
That was a big
yeah.
one, yeah.
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 Cool.
This is an E for everyone game. The ratings there.
But he's got,
Mild
Yeah.
violence,
That
comic
is
mischief.
funny.
but
That
he's
is
got
funny.
his detached hog out for you because
What-
it's Rayman
okay,
3.
okay.
Everybody.
What do you think is the max distance he has to be away from his genitals?
Listen, not only
10
that,
feet.
listen to dude.
Definitively.
He's but if we're just looking at the like he's pissing right on the wall. He's like pissing below
Yeah.
the
Well, I
urinal.
mean,
No, it
Again, it's
detaches, so he can just hold it up
He
and
can
just
lift
aim it
up
down.
and just
yeah,
point it down
yeah.
like he's
Oh,
pouring out
he's
a bottle
holding
of
it
water.
yeah,
his
you can like
right
lift it up.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nipple height now.
yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
asked about the max distance because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
God,
He's just-
right. Could it be in another room?
he
Yeah,
could
you,
be
you could give it to one of us and be like, hey, go piss for me.
Yeah.
And we can bring his dick
Oh,
in
you're
there.
going? Hey. he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
tosses
Oh,
it.
if you're going in there, sorry, I'm in the middle of conversation. Take my dick
Like
in
when
there.
you grab that hot dog
Yeah.
at Pack Stand, yeah.
Just, yeah, that's Rayman's
That's
dick.
Rayman's
Yeah.
dick.
That's what I was picturing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he helicopters it over to you to toss it to you on the way in.
Jeff, were you surprised how quickly we got this one?
I was a little surprised. I'm not too surprised you guys got that one, but immediately you both started yelling Rayman. You kind of wouldn't shut up for like 10 seconds there.
I
even
see
knew
this
the
ad in my
subtitle.
mind. Yeah. God.
All right. That is, I guess, did we ever describe it for audio listeners? We'll cut this in when you do the thing later. It's a bunch of men standing at a urinal, and I had the censor bar over a shorter character standing in front of a different urinal, and all the other guys are looking at him like, what is this guy doing?
They're looking
in
at
like
his
horror.
penis.
In like horror. They're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, he detached his dick. Yeah.
Yes.
You think?
Anyway,
I
that
hate-
was Rayman 3.
I hate these urinals with no dividers like this.
Yeah.
It's giving me anxiety.
This is my culture. This is just what it's like to go pee here. I'm used to
Mike,
it
I
now.
pissed in the match
I can-
bar keg this weekend.
I can do it, but
Yeah.
not the best.
You think Rayman?
That does for. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You think Rayman could
Please.
like go number 2 and 1, but in like 2 different places at the same time?
I don't.
Wait, elaborate. What do you mean?
He can.
two different
He can
places.
go poop in like one stall, and then it's like
So he's sitting down. Oh, yeah. Toss
like,
the dick over the, it's like a little party
hang
trick.
the dick
yeah.
over the top
Yeah.
of the roof. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, check this out.
Like
yeah.
a grenade.
all right.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
a different
eventually
kind of.
becomes magnetized to it again. I don't know if the dick could stay over there long enough to pee the whole time.
We
I
say
think-
it like we're talking about all this stuff as if Knack doesn't have the same ability. Knack can break up into little
know-
pieces and just throw
Yeah.
his dick wherever he wants.
Wishes.
Yeah.
I also want to put it out there, like, oh, everyone's like, oh, what do you mean? Why you got to think about the way Rayman pisses? Because this ad's forcing us
Yeah.
to.
Right.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
don't
it's
want to
like
know.
Forcing us to.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what Chameleon Twist can do with his dick.
Whoa.
I mean,
Have a hunch.
I have a guess. Yeah.
That's
Thanks for watching Grubb Guesser, everybody. We'll be back with another episode next week.
That's a
It's
different.
fucking true.
It's a different kind
Man.
of flashbang he's throwing there, huh? Mike Minotti, hit me with some YouTube super chats if we have any.
Sure, we got quite a few here. Martin Hall says, my parents are arguing about Star Wars again. Jeff, I think it's completely fine that you have a different opinion about this movie than me.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty similar to how you feel about it. I just don't respect your opinion on anything else.
Okay. let's say this. I think we can both agree it's a better movie than Solo.
Yes. Yeah, right. It is. Because Solo's problems are fundamental, like it didn't do a good job at what it set out to do. This did exactly what it was going for.
I never see this in my entire life.
I will not be watching it again. Yeah.
I might see it again. This might be the first Star Wars movie I've seen twice in theaters since episode 7.
Oh.
We'll see.
Eaters. Okay. Okay.
Theaters. Migsy says, is there hope for a Manhunt endurance run? Probably with Jeff Bakalar and Chuck, perhaps as a premium video feature.
Only if we
I
play
don't
the
know if
Wii version.
Yeah, I don't know if we do endurance run as only premium right now. It's like a week early for premium. how long is that game? I found that 20-hour-ish mark for Bully was pretty good for us with the way we have to do these things, where it's like a sleepover to kind of get it accomplished, you know?
Sure.
Yep.
I played this and finished it.
Ooh.
I don't remember anything else.
I never loved Manhunt.
Nope, me neither.
Yeah.
That was like
It's
not a good chance.
No
of
state
that,
of emergency, obviously.
Oh,
You killed everybody.
Mixie says, Mike Minotti, who would you name your firstborn after from the GB crew? Jeff G or B? Dan, Jan, Chuck, Sean, perhaps Will? Mike Jr. Not an option. It'd be
you
funny
could also
to
go
name.
Jerome.
Yeah, we could. It'd be funny.
My
to
middle
name-
name is Michael.
That's
Too
true.
Mitch. Too Mitch.
No, it'd be funny to do Jeff and then not tell you who he's named after,
Oh,
right?
that would tear us apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but
You
it's
wanna-
GEOFF.
Yeah.
I'd be
Right,
fine with
yes,
it.
Jeff. I named after Keeley.
Oh.
Tacoma Streetcar Disaster says work truck broke down, so I'm watching live. Cheers. Oh,
Hey, bud.
Howdy. Be safe.
Yeah.
is it weird that I find that cozy in some weird
Yeah,
way?
no, I know
stuck
you-
in-
I know
stuck
exactly
in the
what you
broken
mean.
truck watching some YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, life's not so bad, right?
Yeah, can't work.
Yeah. Mixie says Jeff Bakalar, which is more profitable, super chats or GB monthly. I assume by monthly I mean premium. It's premium.
Depends on how much you're super chatting there, friends.
Yeah.
You are
Sure, yeah, right.
discussing an invariable there. But just subscribe. That's the best. Yeah, subscribe.
Yeah, we love
You,
stuff. We
you
love
get
stuff.
stuff when you subscribe too.
Giantbomb.com/join. Itoy Morales says, yo, that AEW pay-per-view ruled hard. Yeah, I've been hearing good things. Did you watch it, Dan? Jan?
I haven't
I
yet.
saw
Kayla's been
it.
in town. She's not into wrestling, so yeah, she's heading out today. I'm gonna watch it tonight or tomorrow. I think. Heard
Guys-
good things.
Guys, I know that folks out there get upsetty spaghetti when we talk about WWE. And if you're looking, and if you are also feeling similar to us and how WWE's kind of become a shell of itself.
Bad.
Terrible, right?
Yes.
Where you have your biggest wrestling event of the year and maybe have an hour's worth of wrestling over the course of 2 days. Double or Nothing over the weekend, back front to back, some of the best wrestling I've seen in quite a while. Banger after banger after banger, and they've got different types of wrestling for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So if you like high flying stuff, you get that. If you like the hardcore type of stuff, you got that. If you want just a car crash of a match, also have that.
Stadium Stampede.
It's good.
I am so excited. This is like so my element that we're going to go to All In at Wembley. And I love explaining and showing wrestling to curious people that have never seen it before. Will Crosby, his first wrestling show being All In at Wembley Stadium.
That's kind of
And
amazing.
possibly, depending on our travel schedule, possibly mystery wrestling with Evil Uno the night before.
Oh, wow.
That will be the most incredible first experience of wrestling anyone's ever gotten, I think. I can't wait.
And then he continues to be one of my favorite wrestlers now. Swerve fucking Strickland.
Swerve's awesome. I love
He's
Swerve.
the coolest dude. Also, I was not super high on Darby Allin, but his championship run this past month, insane all-timer run with the belt. Fantastic.
Yeah, guy's nuts.
Yeah.
Guy's completely nuts. Yeah.
Yeah,
AEW's awesome. WWE's fucking terrible right now. Watch AEW. It's great.
There you go. Kentucky says 007 best playable montage since Sly Cooper 4. Boy, I never hear people talk about Sly Cooper 4 as much. I didn't know that playable
Sanzaru
montage.
Games.
Yeah,
What else
that's
do they
right.
make? They make like the portable.
They make those beans
Pursuit
that make
Force
Goku
or
strong,
something?
I think.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe someday I'll check that out. Zacy says 007 exit flu. That's cute. That's fun.
Oh, that's
nice.
We all wear tuxedos on Thursday, and
Yeah.
we can run with that theme, get some gin.
Sure.
All right, martinis. Zombie Porn says, can Mike Minotti remake the Bit Mob and Mike Minotti by Mike Minotti song, but now it's Giant Bomb and Mike Minotti by Mike Minotti instead? Minotti. What was
I
that
watched
thing?
that.
Yeah.
There's
what was
vid
that?
rhythm. Hey, check on that ancient iPhone you have in front of you for some reason.
Yeah, that's right. It might still. You're right. It might have vid rhythm on it. I gotta find a lightning adapter and charge it up. You might be onto something there, Dan. God, vid rhythm. That was like an early.
I thought it was
Bit
cool.
Mob assignment. Yeah, it was fun. It was weird because it was a parade of harmonics trying to get something else to hit, like Rock Band did, and kind of nothing was sticking, including that weird Fantasia Connect game that I liked, but I don't think anyone else cared that much.
I don't remember it.
The
I know
fire-
John Drake flew to Minneapolis to bring vid rhythm to the Game Informer office. That was my first experience with that.
Let's see here now. Zombie Porn says Snowbike Mike did agree with Dan on GoldenEye. I love Mike. Mike's great for sure. But like, yeah, Mike clearly also very much a console guy in the 90s. He also followed it up by saying that Half-Life 1 is better than Half-Life 2, and I'm not agreeing with that either. I'm sorry.
I stand by this. If 3 ever gets announced, I will play through 2 for the first time on this website.
You should.
Oh.
Great game. That's one of my all-time favorites.
Same.
By the way, I don't know if you guys have heard, but they're kind of funny, folks. They're trying to challenge us to some Forza Horizon
Oh, I'd play that.
competitions of some kind.
Okay.
Oh,
But to put them in their place again.
Yeah.
I just realized Bakalar 5080. Will that run Half-Life 2?
Well, I don't know. We gotta-
It's rough. It's
Yeah,
kind of
let's
like
check.
gravity stuff.
Let's talk to Main Gears. Main Gear in the chat.
If
Yeah.
there might be like an overclocking solution.
Okay, yeah, we'll work on it. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Lol, no.
Yeah. You can't
Oh,
see
it
it because they
doesn't-
blocked
doesn't-
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a shame. I would have played it otherwise.
They also say Dan's weirder. I don't know.
Missed opportunity.
Grubb's Legion of Handheld says, has Bakalar heard about the Lego pinball machine?
Yeah, I have heard about this thing. I am cautiously optimistic, and also a little unsold. I think it's great. I just want to build it because I think it sounds like fun. The details are pretty scarce at the moment. Apparently, it is going to be a desktop playable thing. And I don't know. I've yet to like ever build a Lego thing and be like, I'm gonna play. I don't know. It's usually just for show, and that's gonna be good enough, right? Like that should be good enough. I just don't know what. Look, yes, I want it. Yes, I want to have it. I want to build it for sure. Give me that. Give me that right now.
Give me that.
But I don't know. Like, and also only $200 for like what seems like a pretty complicated thing that's also playable seems kind of cheap, right? Like, am I crazy as far as Legos go? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Legos are often much more expensive than that.
right? And
Yeah.
the number of pieces has me a little concerned too. Like, how big is this thing? Yeah, either way, I've definitely heard of it. I'm excited about it. If you think I sound a little apprehensive, you should see what the pinball community thinks of this thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a real solid community to never be a part of. Just
right,
so you know.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, add it to the list.
Never.
Lil Scrad says, love you guys so much. Premium day one here. Was just wondering if any of you all plan on attending Summer Games done quick this year. PS fuck ice, heart, PPs, penis. I would like to, especially now that also Games Done Quick isn't going to be in Pittsburgh anymore, so I can't just go to it easily. Summer is always hard because we have there's so much work travel that happens already that doing an extra trip here. This is in your neck of the woods though, Dan. You haven't been yet.
I've gone in
right?
the past. I've never really like watched Games Done Quick, but like I've gone a couple years to just kind of say hi to people and everything. Like the vibe there is always good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love Games Done Quick, so I would like to go down, and not this year, maybe some future year. And also Games Done Quick is going to be in Atlanta now. And again, it's like, Ben, I like Games Done Quick. Am I traveling to Atlanta just to go to Games Done Quick?
You're not
Maybe
allowed,
it is
Jan.
that good.
Oh.
Christian says one of
Chris.
Baki's power up was fucking. A power up most people who like Baki will never get. I thought he was going to roast us for not liking the anime. He seems to be on our side of making fun of the Baki people.
That's very funny. I like that a lot.
Sure.
Great.
Uh,
Thank you, Christian.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you for being on our side.
Love Chris.
Biggsy says, Jeff Grubb, would Persona 1, 2, and 2.5 ever get remastered?
Yeah. Yes. They're definitely going to do that at some point. Yes.
Are they going to cut Hitler out of the game?
You beat me to it. Yeah. No, more Hitler. There'll be even more Hitler in Persona 2.
You can't just say that in an isolated audio track.
No.
I think at some point, I wonder what they're going to do, because those games are pretty different from the Persona 3 format that is what we have now. I wonder, and they remastered them kind of before. There's that PSP version. There wasn't a ton done there. There's a lot of stuff there that is maybe not going to jive super well with modern Persona fans to the point where do you just remake these games and have them be more like modern Persona, or is that too tall an order? Is it easier just to kind of lightly remaster them again and do what you can?
Lightly remaster, maybe really upgrade the visuals in some ways, but yeah.
Why is Hitler in it?
Who knows?
I don't know why he's in it. I forget why.
Like a party member?
I don't know. He's not portrayed in a good light or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. They have
good.
negative views of Hitler.
The game's anti-Hitler, but he's
like
there.
a villain. Yeah, I think he's like an enemy. Like, yeah.
I see. Okay.
Rio Raku says, I had a question, but I forget it. Here's $2 anyways. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Blade Runner says, I love the Ferrari loose thoughts. Sorry, joined late.
What?
That's their EV. I like it too. It's ugly, but I like it. It looks like a PS5.
My grandma
my God.
Minotti would say that's a no good. That you should have get
you didn't see it, Mike? You did or you did not see it, Mike?
I've not seen the Ferrari loose. No.
And Grubb, what about it? Like I can't believe, like Ferrari. It's obviously a very sort of complicated thing, right? I mean, people are not happy about this car.
Ferrari people do not like it, but most Ferrari people can't afford Ferraris. So what the fuck does it matter?
I think Ferrari has to make real cars at some point, right?
Yeah.
No, I guess not. I think I think it looks cool until you find out it's a Ferrari.
Yeah. That's 100% what it is. Yeah. I like that it's so weird and sort of like clashes in the face of what Ferrari's supposed to be, but yeah, it's an odd duck.
Looks neat to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
For sure.
Rio Rocky says, never mind. I remember. Dan, did you ever finish Monster Hunter? Not Monster Hunter Academy. My Hero Academia. That's what MHA stands for.
I think we did like 5 seasons. We stopped doing the podcast. No, I have not finished it. It's done now, right?
It's done now. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember enjoying it. Yeah. By anime standards. Yeah.
Man, I think All Might is so cool, and I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you.
I just can't. But I just can't with his like normal depowered form. It is the ugliest fucking character design. And I get it, so like that's the joke, but I can't. I don't like looking at it. I don't looking at depowered All Might, and I don't respect him.
Yeah, that's right. Mike doesn't respect people that age.
Yeah,
it's not aging. He was
specifically women, though.
He had a bad fight with All for One or something, or All for One for All. I forget. I don't know. I read.
He calls their 30th birthday their expiration date.
Yeah,
I did not say that.
Wow,
he's got kind of a DiCaprio thing going on.
I was gonna say.
Damn, me and him, we got a lot in common. Zombie Porn says Grubb isn't wearing pants in solidarity with Bubsy. Grubb, not again.
Yep. No, it's every day.
It's every day. And that's all the super chats. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone at home. Folks, we're near the end of the show. We didn't have a meeting yet this week to determine what's popping off, but I think it's safe to say we will have a voicemail dump truck. We will have Unprofessional Fridays. Dan, I'm so sorry, but the blightening continues.
I mean, ideally, I can't believe I'm saying ideally before these words. I can play more of it. Space Ace, because we're trying to beat it now, and if we can start working it in some gaps in the schedule, we would like to. Can I ask a question to the panel, the Blight Club folks?
Please. Oh, well.
I set up the CRT streaming situation for Kayla, which she just beat Tyson for the first time the other night, which was fantastic. But I also had her try Space Ace on the CRT, and I gotta say, it does look good on there, and I could play it with this SNES controller on the CRT. I can stream from there. I'm fine if we keep it the way it's been. If that for some reason invalidates anything or whatever, it looks good on there.
What's the issue?
I don't know. I don't want to say. It would be going through a Mister. I think that's
through
the
hardware anymore. Whatever.
It would be a Mister. Yeah. So I'm fine with doing it here the way it's been. Up to you guys. I can't look at chat anyway.
Whatever you want to do, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. And probably gonna do a launch look tomorrow for James Bond. Comes out tomorrow. So
I'll probably do a launch look.
Yeah.
Wait, why is Sean saying all caps? Do not stream the CRT. What?
My
mic picks up the wine. Okay, that's fair. Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not up to something. Trust me, if I was up to something, I would have fucking beaten it by now. Jesus Christ.
Did you see last week? Did that look like a man who was up to something to you?
No, I just have to beat this game legit.
Game S Mornings popping off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right, Grubb?
Yep, we'll be going tomorrow.
And then, folks, I don't know if y'all know this. Summer Game Fest is next week.
Shut the hell up.
So wait, we have the weekend off, and then we have to do the Bombcast. We do Sony's State of Play.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I think a lot of us are leaving.
God.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Hey, that's fun. Hey, look, I'll tell you what. I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting excited. We're putting together a great couch. I think we're going to see a lot of cool games. We've done a lot of good work. Think about what it was like last year, guys. I think I'm in a good mood. Let's go fucking kill summer.
Dan, watch out. Dan, watch out. Okay? That's all I'm
going to be in a different room. I'm going to be in a glass box on the set the whole time.
How are we going to kill him this year? I can't wait to find out.
In a bubble. Jesus. You'll just be bubble boy.
We were talking about the hot dog cannon thing earlier. I literally was thinking like, Grubb's not fucking touching that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I get it.
I think we can announce how many nights we're doing GB at night, right, Grubb?
Yeah. Friday and Saturday, June 5th, June 6th. We'll be starting at 6 p.m. local time. That'll be 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be going till midnight. It's going to be, you know how it goes, everybody. We'll be plenty of panels, a lot of cool people, some fun stuff planned. Tune in. It's going to be good vibes.
It's going to be good vibes. The whole gang is coming out. So Chuck, Sean, and Will also be there. We'll do talkovers as they pop up on the schedule. Marino has put up a lovely schedule of not E3 summer shenanigans. Shouts out to Marino. Yeah, and we'll film miscellaneous stuff there. I don't think there's a grill where we're staying, so no worries about there won't be burger crimes. I'm very sorry to George. I hope your tummy's okay.
And we might watch that Dragon Quest thing tomorrow morning. We might react to that.
Yeah, we are. Me and Mike are going to be there for sure.
All right, baby. We've locked down the schedule. Folks, that about does it for the show. We'll see you next week for another episode of the Giant Bombcast. Until then, he's been Jeff, he's been Mike, he's been Dan. Shouts out to Chuck, shouts out to Sean, shouts out to Will, shouts out to you at home. I've been Jan. This has been the Giant Bombcast. We'll see you on the other side. Goodbye.